For the first time, MotoGP goes to Mandalika. And for the first time in over 25 years, we are back in business. MotoGP returns to Indonesia, and boy oh boy, are we in for a classic. It's round 2 of the season, and it begins right here, right now. We leave Qatar after a fantastic start to the season. We're here in Indonesia for the first time in 25 years. So Enea Bastianini took the opening race of the year. Then it's over to Indonesia. Little break before April the 3rd sees us in the Republic of Argentina. April the 10th over to Qatar, newly relayed surface as well. April 24th takes us to Portugal at the Portimao circuit. May sees us race in Spain at Catalonia once again, going back on the 5th of June. In between that, the French Grand Prix on the 5th of May. And on the 29th, it's the Italian Grand Prix. June sees us in Germany, and the Assen before the Finnish Grand Prix on the 10th of July takes us to the summer break. An earlier than usual British Grand Prix at Silverstone on the 7th of August, Austria on the 21st, 4th of September takes us to San Marino, 18th takes us to Aragon, 25th back to Japan. October the 2nd takes us to Thailand. 16th of October takes us to Australia, 23rd to Malaysia. The season rounds out in Valencia on November the 6th. Without further ado then, let's get straight into it and take a look at the highlights from practice, from qualifying and the warm-up, and then me and Megan will be in the commentary box for this fantastic race. And the green light is on at the end of the pit lane. And for the first time here in Mandalika, we are green for a MotoGP session. The return of the Indonesian Grand Prix for the first time in over 25 years at a brand new circuit as well. It's 2:50 a.m. here in the United Kingdom as we are recording this first practice session so that you can see it now during the pre-race show. It's very, very cold. Excuse the jacket, but it's either that or freezing. But everyone is straight out to the circuit. We have had some rain this morning as well across the Moto2 and the Moto3 sessions as well. So that isn't exactly helping the conditions as well. We're expecting more rain throughout this session. So everyone's going out there straight away to try and find the pace, try and find the time, get the grips in with the circuit. But they've done some testing here, but when they did, the track was incredibly dirty. We're in for the giant unknown. Track temperature, 28 degrees. Air temperature, 28 degrees. Ground temperature is 33 degrees, 82% humidity. And everyone just heading out onto the circuit for the first time. We are green in Mandalika. 14 riders to set lap times, so the lap time cancelled there for Franco Morbidelli, and now for Maverick Vinales for going over the exceeded track limits. Taking a look at the board then as well, Jack Miller is the fastest from Bezzecchi and Oliveira the top 3 as well. Bastianini hasn't yet, I think, set a lap time. Yes, he's just gone P4 now, the championship leader. But Miller is out there improving. 1:43.86 his fastest lap time. He's now a second quicker on this lap already. The track beginning to dry out, which is great. Later on in this session, we're really going to see the times hunt down. Miguel Oliveira jumps to the top of the timesheets on a 1:37.978, and then we get Quartararo second, Miller third, Dovi fourth, Bastianini goes fifth as well, the championship lead on that Greneschi bike as well. And how great is it to see Greneschi back up at the top? Practically a new team as well, still got the legacy name, but under new ownership after their owner passed away last year. His wife's taken over, whole new feel to the team this year as well, and for them to win on a new debut is absolutely fantastic. And Bastianini as well, a deserving championship leader. Oliveira, though, brings the times down to a 1:37.978. Quartararo, 1:38.334 as well. 4/10 off the pace, but this is looking good as the time's improving on the boards. 27 minutes to go. Marc Marquez looking quick at the last corner then as well. Is he going to go fastest? That's Oliveira's time at the moment from Zarco Vinales. Marquez goes top. 1:35.958 as well. Only on his 5th lap, believe it or not. Now, Marc Marquez goes to the top. Oliveira, Zarco Vinales, Pol Espargaro, the top 5. Quartararo by 9. Morbidelli jumps to P7 as well on the Yamaha. So it's good for to see Quartararo and Morbidelli back up there. The track is starting to dry out. There's a lot of grip having to go down. There's still some damp patches on the inside to turn 4 as well. And that nearly called out Marc Marquez there. But they're going to have to be careful. But the track is starting to dry out, which is great to see. Replay Jack Miller down at turn 1, the front just buckling underneath him as well. He managed to save it though quite well, and he just hit the dirty part of the track as well. He's just sliding the front tyres from underneath him. It's a Repsol Honda 1-2, Pol Espargaro 134.476 from Marc Marquez second, Zarco, Binder, Aleix Espargaro, Morbidelli, Mia, Vinales, Oliveira, Gardner, the top 10 as well. They're the top 10 that automatically go through to qualifying number 2 if they can stay there across the 3 practice sessions. But still, we're getting bikes back out the track, but so many of them are in the pit lane right now. I think we're going to mainly see an improvement this afternoon in free practice too. Marc Marquez getting very close to the back of Marco Bezzecchi and nearly running each other out. That's not a great look at all. 2:30 to go. Morbidelli on top. 1:33.881 for Marquez and Pol Espargaro. Looking very good right now as well. The track's starting to dry out. They'll have dryers out now constantly in the next hour when there's no running on the circuit. As Zarco jumps to 5th. Oliveira jumps to 2nd. 1:34.334. Great time there. And Pol Espargaro goes fastest, 1:33.760. His teammate Aleix Espargaro, brother I should say, did a 1:34.252 as well. Time starts to come through. Checker flags out then. Session's over. Across the line comes Pepe Bagnaia. He goes into 6th position. Marc Marquez is 2/10 up at the moment. Is he going to find a time somewhere on the board? Gardner goes 17th, Bagnaia 6th, Miller 8th, Fabio Di Giannantonio down into 22nd position. Martin across the board, Marquez top, 1:33.578 as well. Oliveira looking quick. It's a very good time there for Marc Marquez. He tops this session in Mandalika. Miguel Oliveira across the line with such a big toe from everybody else goes fastest. 1:33.543 for Miguel Oliveira. A tremendous lap time there. Can't see anyone else improving. Well, Marc Marquez is setting some fastest sector times as well. Pol Espargaro goes top on a 1:33.499. That's a great time there. Marquez stays third. 1:33.578. The top 3 separated by 0.079. That is amazing between the two. And lap time counts up for the 73. That's Alex Marquez for running across the tracks. Okay, here's the times then for the first session. It's Pol Espargaro fastest, 1:33.499. Miguel Oliveira second, Marc Marquez third, Franco Morbidelli's 4th, Johan Zarco 5th, Aleix Espargaro 6th, Brad Binder 7th, Enea Bastianini 8th, Francesco Bagnaia 9th, and Johan Mir the top 10. That locks in if they have wet running for FP2 and FP3. That'll lock them in for Q2. Jack Miller is 11th, then Andrea Dovizioso, Raul Fernandez, Takiki Nakagami, Maverick Vinales to P15. Fabio Quartararo down in 16th place, not a great session for him. Alex Rins 17th, Alex Marquez 18th, Remy Gardner 19th, Marco Bezzecchi 20th, Jorge Martin 21st, Luca Marini 22nd, Fabio Di Giannantonio 23rd, and Darren Binder down in 24th position. Just see a quick replay of Fabio Quartararo running wide on his fastest lap that he was setting, so that's why he's so far down the order. Not a bad run here for FP1 at Mandalika for the first Indonesian Grand Prix. On to FP2 later. Green light is on at the end of the pit lane. Away we go then to start the afternoon session for MotoGP for the Grand Prix of Indonesia. The first time in 25 years we're here. This morning's sessions, they were topped by Pol Espargaro as well. The track has dried out as well. The sunshine is now out on the circuit as well. A lot of grip been laid down for the Moto3 and the Moto2 sessions. It means this is going to be an absolute cracker, and they're all heading out there straight away. Oh, and that is the world champion, Fabio Quartararo. He's down on the deck at turn 4. He's in the long loop. He's brought out the yellow flags. And yeah, the bike's gone up. He can't restart it, so he's desperately trying. But Fabio Quartararo has gone down on the deck. He's out now, but let's take a look at why. So there's turn 3. Switches over to the left now at turn 4. The bike's just died. It's just gone. It's just gone kaput. Now, that's a bit similar to what happened in Jerez a couple of years ago when the bike just kept cutting out. Exactly what happened there. Really weird. So, no crash. It's just gone. Interesting. Oh, Marc Marquez absolutely hanging off the edge of that motorcycle as well. He turned through and on a right-hand corner and literally his leg came off the bike. He had to hold it up with all he got. That's classic Marquez. Lovely to see. Zarco top from Oliveira. Miller, the combined practice times as well as the current session. So it's Zarco, Oliveira, Espargaro, 1, 2, 3, and the combined at the moment. As Marini and Marquez, Alex that is, go to 7th and 8th, and Morbidelli improves to P6. Okay, so we've got 19.5 minutes to go of this session. The riders are out there now just getting their lap times in. Beautiful sunshine, track temperature 47 degrees, air temperature 31 degrees. And we've got Oliveira top, 132.707. Bagnaia, Marquez, Quartararo, Zarco, Bastianini, just gone 6th, 132.996. Morbidelli, Martin, Miller, and Nakagami, the top 10, currently locked into Q2 in the combined session. Excited to see that dramatically drop in the next couple of minutes as Paul's really flying that bike around on the Repsol as well. He too having a moment, sliding the rear. The track is rubbering in nicely, but it's still so dirty from this morning and the overnight rain as well. And more rain predicted throughout the weekend. This might be the only dry running, so everyone's got to get out there and really get on the circuit to set some lap times. Out of the last corner for Fabio Quartararo. He's a 10th up on the 4 sectors and does go fastest. 132.57 after the misery of Qatar with a poor qualifying and a poor race result. That's exactly what we needed to see. What can Marc Marquez do across the line? He stays 4th, 2 tenths down. So Quartararo, 13 minutes to go in the session, goes to the top of the board. Marco Bezzecchi jumps to 3rd, 22 riders all within a second of each other then here with less than 5 to go. Bezzecchi, 132.832. Here comes Martin. He's 6.66 up as well. Mark of the Beast as he goes top of the board by 6.66 across everybody. It's a 131.904. Nakagami destroys that for a short time. 132.3 as he comes across the line. So brilliant time for Jorge Martin there. Here comes Pepe Bagnaia as well for the last shoot. And the track's getting very busy now. We've got loads of people on slow down laps where everyone's finishing theirs as well. Morbidelli crosses the line, goes top. 131.638. Quartararo next across the line. El Diablo goes top as Alex Marquez's lap time gets cancelled for a track limit cut. 131.608 then for Quartararo. He's 0.030 quicker. Lap time cancelled as well. Oh, we got a crash here. Nea Bastianini's down on the deck. And the championship leader for Grenesci is gone down in the 23. Now, where is he crashed? Probably the last corner. Checking on the map. He's walking away, which is great to see. But he's put it down. That's brought out the yellow flags. No one else will be able to improve. And it's in the back half of the track on the rumble strips. Turns into the left and the front just buckles. And the bike just slips away from her as well. It's an easy repair, but it's more of an ego damage than a physical damage there as well. Not great for the Grenesci guys down there. Quartararo then will top the session for Morbidelli as well. Aleix Espargaro, fastest 2 sectors, but the yellows are out. He can't improve.
Faster than anyone through there.
Oh, and that's a Marc Marquez. Well, he's been threatening that all through practice too, hasn't he? We saw that the bike was twitching. We saw that he had the problems, and that's Marc Marquez. Just as we were throwing back away as well, Marc Marquez has crashed at turn 11, and it's a big one where he's up and walking away. The bike just dipped away so much. A right-hander as well, no braking, and he tumbles over as well. That would have hurt Marc Marquez. Airbag's gone off as well through the gravel. Let's see what it was. It's a flat-out right-hander, 160 km/h crash. My goodness, as he hit down on the deck as well, and he went rolling as well. That's not great to see. Checkered flag is out. The session's over. No one's improving. Obviously, due to the track conditions. Mark's walking away, not injured, which is great to see, especially with his shoulder. So, that's it. Session done. Yellows in 2 different sectors means no one's going to improve. This is the timings, and this is the order. It's Fabio Quartararo, top, 131.608 for Morbidelli, 2nd. Zarco, 3rd. 4th for Martin. 5th for Bastianini. Miller, 6th. Aleix Espargaro, 7th. Binder, 8th. Oliveira, 9th. Dovizioso rounds out the top 10 and the combined practice times as things currently stand. Nakagami, 11th. Vinales, 12th. Fabio Di Giannantonio goes 13th. Ralph Fernandez, 14th, improving. He might get that lap time taken away. Bezzecchi, 15th. Alex Marquez, 16th. Luca Marini 17th. Paulo Spargo down in 18th place, really hampered by those yellows. Johan Mir 19th, Remy Gardner 20th, Pepe Bagnaia 21st, Marc Marquez 22nd as well. He too hampered by the yellows. Then he's crashed. Alex Rins 23rd and Darren Binder 24th. If it rains tomorrow, Marc Marquez is in big, big trouble. He's outside the top 10 as well. That's quite a surprising session, to be fair, from what we've seen. No one's improving on the laps due to the yellow flags. It's Quartararo who tops free practice 2. And Rins goes 10th, 1:32.106. Now, the yellows have just been rescinded, but Dovizioso has lap time to leave for track limits, but Rins just gets into the top 10, and that pushes Dovi out as well. So Quartararo tops free practice 2, but loads of times are under investigation as they wear faster during yellow flags. Not cool, guys, not cool. Green light is on at the end of the pit lane, and we are underway for free practice number 3. Apologies for the gloves and the coat. It's freezing in our commentary box area, and it's freezing over there as well. Not in terms of the fact that it's cold, because track temperature is high at 31 degrees, air temperature 27 degrees, 84% humidity, but the track is damp. Everyone's out there on wet tyres as well. Don't expect anyone to improve in this third session. They're going to head out there, do a couple of laps, and then that might be it. It's what we've seen in the Moto 2 and the Moto 3, because it looks like they were in a very limited running order, sadly. So only a couple of laps to get your eye in, and it'll look like to be a wet quali later on as well. Times across the line then. Marc Marquez went fastest. His teammate Alex Marquez, his brother as well, on the LCR bike goes top. But Oliveira, Zarco, Alex Marquez, Bezzecchi, Bagnaia all coming across the line now as well. So he's switching over positions. Paulo Spargo, Marc Marquez, D'Antonio, Marini, Rins, top 10, Binder, Aleix Spargo, Mia. Now Gardner goes 13th, Jorge Martin goes 7th as well, Vinales out on the lap. They're all doing their installation laps, and that is it as well, because I don't think they're going to risk going through. The track is so slow. 1:44.034, that's the fastest time. Quartararo, 1:31.608 was the fastest time yesterday in free practice 2. So for sure, the track in the same position it was earlier on. Freezing up in the comms box during the night shifts as well. Hopefully by the time you're watching this in the pre-race show, I'll be wearing something a little bit warmer. So a whole load of riders running together as well, trying to get some slipstream running if it's a wet race tomorrow. Oliveira the fastest, 1:42.629 for Marc Marquez, Alex Marquez, Zarco, Bagnaia, top 5. But everyone just getting the laps under their belt. I reckon they'll do about 10 laps each on the wet tyre. Then they'll come into the pit lane and sit the rest of the session out. It's not going to get any dry. It's not going to get any better. There will be a standing start at the end of this session with everybody on the main grid to try and clear it up. Like we saw in the Moto 2 and Moto 3, but otherwise than that, it's a bit of a dull session, this one. So 15 minutes to go in the session. Marc Marquez has just done a 1:36.211 to go fastest in the current session. Now, Quartararo's time was a 1:31.608 in the combined. So Marquez is only 2 seconds away from his best time he did yesterday. The track's not going to improve 2 seconds in the next 15 minutes. But I've seen it happen before. If there's a dry line, that'll be quite interesting. Zarco does a 1:36.524. Miller improving, but it looks like this is really going to be the front. And slick tyres are now the call on Marquez and Zarco. So they're out there on slicks, not wets. That's a good sign. Maybe the track can come to them. What's Miller's time across the line? 1:36.056 goes faster, so 4 seconds off the pace. Okay, we're nearly finding some grip, but not in 13 minutes. So the checkered flag is coming out then after 45 minutes of what has really been a dull practice session. Not much has happened. Vinales just jumps into P7 there. Checkered flag's out. Let's go through the combined times first of all. These are those going through qualifying 2 for sure. That's Fabio Quartararo, Franco Morbidelli, Johan Zarco, Jorge Martin, Bastianini, Jack Miller, Aleix Spargo, Brad Binder, Miguel Oliveira and Alex Rins. They're the 10 riders going through straight to Q2. How to go through Q1 though, this is interesting. Dovizioso, Nakagami, Vinales, D'Antonio, Bezzecchi, Alex Marquez, Raul Fernandez, Gardner, Paulo Spargo and Mia, Binder, Marquez, Binder, Bagnaia and Marini as well having to go through. Now, in terms of this session, Marc Marquez still looking quick. So is Bagnaia, as Zarco's looking to the inside of Marc, who's a 10th up in that sector. So he might just drop down a couple more before the end of that one. Marini just about flicking between the two on the sector times. Mia goes 8th, 1:34.840. Marquez then tops the session. Bagnaia, Bezzecchi jumps to 3rd as well. Lap time cancelled though for 43 for a shortcut. But if we go to the current session, which is what you're seeing on your screen right now, it is Marquez, Bagnaia, Bezzecchi, Marini, Rins, Polispargro, Jack Miller, Oliveira, Mia, and Dovizioso the top 10. Nobody improving to go through to Q2 due to the damp track conditions. On to qualifying. Green light is on at the end of the pit lane. Away we go for free practice 4 for MotoGP. Jack Miller giving a little wave there. Pepe Bagnaia heading out of the circuit. The fans in the grandstand as well. It's still cold up here in the commentary box, but then again, it's only 6:25 in the morning here. So we're precisely 24 hours away from when you will be watching this free practice 4 review. Then again, not much going to happen. Mainly about getting out there and getting some laps in for qualifying. Someone's gone down. Someone's gone down on the deck. You can hear it. We've opened up the yellows. Trying to have a look, see who it is. I think it's Jack Miller. Because he's stopped, but it looks like everything's okay. Oh, Miller actually is there. Right alongside Marc Marquez. There it is. It's Johann Zarco. I knew I heard a crash in my earphones. Johann Zarco down at turn 10. He's dropped it on the inside. And we've got a bike on fire. Alex Rins. And this will be a red flag. Alex Rins' bike is on fire in the middle of the track. And that's at the exit turn 13. They'll red flag this for sure. Fire marshals are out there now. No sign of the red flags. But we've got oil in on the circuit, fuel in on the circuit as well. What on earth has happened? Still no sign of the red flag. Yellows are barely out. Rins is okay. But 2 crashes down on the deck and a motorcycle on fire. And still no sign of the red flags. But surely they must do so. Only got yellows out there now. As Rins' bike on fire and it's stuck in the track. They'll have to red flag this. They can't get away with it. They'll have to stop it. We've got bikes overtaking each other on that back straightaway. We've got Rins' bike right in the runoff. Right, here's how he's done it then. The bike's already blown. The engine's blown massively before he's even got there. And he can feel it, look. And he's looking down. Suddenly there's orange flames. And he's just dropped the bike and said, no, I'm off. Bike, you can do what you like. Rins literally goes. The bike drops back onto the asphalt. Red flag finally out. Well, that took a long time. But red flag, 23:32 left on the board. And that's because Rins' bike is down at turn 13. So, our first red flag of the year, and it comes in a free practice 4 session. It had to happen. They had to stop it because of the bike on fire. So the red flag is out, as you know, for Rins' bike on fire. But what happened to Johann Zarco was, coming into turn 10 on the right-hand side, the bike just dropped because he's gone down on the oil from Rins. So there's oil all the way around the track. This is going to take a long time to clear up. They might cancel this practice session still, but the red flag's out. 23:32 still to go. Qualifying looks to be delayed. This is not great news. This is one of the funniest things I've seen. Loris Capirossi, who's the big head marshal in FIM, is actually down there with the marshals, brooming the track. Sweeping the track is the word I'm looking for. Using the broom, showing them the technique. This is going to be a lengthy delay, though. Zarco definitely did go down on the oil, by the way. So it's all the way from turn 10 down to turn 13 and 14. So this is going to be a long, long red flag period. So, red flag is rescinded. And the green flag goes back out. We are back underway for MotoGP. New Q1 schedule. 25 past the hour, Q2 at 10 to the hour, or 3, their time, 7 our time, which is an hour away then. So it has dramatically cut into our time. with that long red flag, because we're on a red flag for about, 20 minutes or so. 20 minutes exactly we're under the red flag for, but we're back underway now. Riders heading back out onto the track. Okay, so it's Morbidelli on top from Bezzecchi, Zarco, Quartararo, and Rins, the top 5. Then Martin, Bastianini, Miller, Oliveira, Marini, the top 10. Marc Marquez, Bagnaia, Paul Espargaro, Aleix Espargaro, Binder, Nakagami, Mia, Vinales, Marquez, Dovizioso, Gardner, Fernandez, Di Giannantonio, and Darren Binder the field. On to qualifying. So 10 minutes after the end of the 4th practice session, the commentary box thankfully has got warmer now that the sun is hitting. It's a beautiful day actually here in the UK as the sun is dawning. And now it's time to head out onto the track for qualifying 1. Perhaps going to be one of the most fascinating qualifying sessions we're going to see all year. I said that in Qatar, but when was the last time we had world champions having to go through this part of qualifying? Q1 looks like Q2. It's unbelievable. Dovizioso, Marini, Vinales, Fernandez, Nakagami, Mia, Darren Binder, Paul Espargaro, Di Giannantonio, Bagnaia, Bezzecchi, Alex Marquez, Remy Gardner, and Marc Marquez all having to go through this session as well. 15 minutes, it's going to be an absolute dogfight out on this circuit. Who's going to go down on the deck first and who's going to get away with it? This is truly going to be a fantastic session. Marc Marquez flying in Q1. He's dancing around the track. He does a 1:31.830. That is a superb time to kick off. And this country goes Marc Marquez berserk. I can tell you that right now as well. They're all fans of him. Marini is a 10th up in the 3rd sector as well. Bezzecchi looking quick and goes quick across the line. Di Giannantonio, then Bezzecchi, 1:31.695. So Marquez down to 2nd. Di Giannantonio to 3rd. Bagnaia, Gardner, Fernandez, Binder, Alex Marquez. Then Vinales, he puts in P5. Marini puts in P2. Marquez drops out of the top 3. The lap time's getting faster. Dovizioso goes 12th. Nakagami goes to 13th place as well. But it's Bezzecchi, Marini, 1-2 on the moment. Mia completes the running order in 14th place. The last car across. So that is interesting to see. It's Bezzecchi and Marini for the VR46 team. 1-2 at the moment. But Marc Marquez, handbrake turning almost the rear of that motorcycle, the Repsol Honda around corners. This is old school, but it's got a little tint of preschool with Bezzecchi and Marini at the top in the VR46. Marc Marquez is nearly down. There he goes. I knew it was going to happen. I was saying it. The bike tumbles. Marc gets up immediately to run to go get another one from the pit lane. And it's down in turn 13. I was literally just about to say it. Marc Marquez will burn the yellow flags. But he was honestly throwing that bike all the way around. He nearly crashed into turn 10 is what I was going to say. The front locked. And then literally as soon as I start to talk, Marc crashes on the deck. That's only ever happened once before when Ian only crashed in Qatar. When I said that he was going to put it down, I knew Marc was going to crash. He was pushing way too hard on that lap and bang, there he goes, down on the deck. Doesn't roll himself. The bike flips over several times. Marc has now run back to the garage. He currently is down in what? Ooh, 14th on the grid effectively. But he's got to do a lot more. But wow, he was pushing way too hard there. I knew that would be a problem. So as soon as the bike was locking at turn 10, it just wasn't with him at all. On that lap, it was so unstable. So Marquez has binned it. Can he now get through into qualifying 2 with only one motorcycle? This is tense. Marc Marquez runs through the garage, has a quick look at his iPad, and away he goes on his number 1 bike. He came back in as well on the team bike and nearly crashed into it as well. But out he goes. Now, Bagnaia is 0.3 of a second faster in that all 3 splits across the line. Bagnaia improves 0.4 faster. Di Giannantonio bumps out Bezzecchi to go second, and Bezzecchi has crashed out on the circuit, and that's brought out the yellow flags. Can't see where. It must be, well, where is Bezzecchi? It's sector 4. So it's right about the last couple of corners. It is the last corner. on the circuit as well. So Bagnaia does a 1:31.219. Bezzecchi coming in on the inside. Does the front tip away? Yes, he does. It does just tip away. Loses the front under acceleration. We're about to green though already. But Marc Marquez back out there on the circuit. It's time to find out what this pace has got then. The last 2 minutes of this qualifying session is going to be big for tomorrow's race, especially with rain predicted. Pol Espargaro nearly came off the bike. He nearly fell off. That's why he was frustrated. His leg came off the bike itself as Viñales goes to 9th on a 1:32.006. Oh no, there's a massive tow at the last corner. What is happening here? What on earth is happening? Lap count cancelled for 36 of Johan Mir, but now Nakagami, I believe, is towing everybody around. So Marquez gets a tow, and Dovi's getting a tow off Marc, but they're all waiting at the last corner, and that nearly caused an accident. Now they're all going together in the last minute of qualifying. This is disastrous. Who's in the pit lane? That's Pepe Bagnaia. He thinks he's done enough. Marc Marquez is really struggling. Actually, in the front nearly dips again for Marquez. Coming through turn 5, and now through 6 as well. He's stuck right behind Nakagami, and Nakagami needs to get out of the way. He's holding Marc up. He's 0.035 down, so 300. Marini 2/10 down at his starts as the inside Marquez goes for the move on Nakagami at turn 10. My goodness me, Marquez is leaving no room for error out there. Dovi's backed out of the lap. He's not going to improve. Dovi will start this race at least 16th on the grid. Marquez is 2/10 down. He won't get another lap time, and he's down again. Marc crashes again, down at turn 12. I don't believe it. This one's a big tumble over the shoulders as well. And what on earth is Marc Marquez doing? He was pushing too hard, and on both of his push laps, Marquez crashes, one at turn 13, the second at turn 12, and that is going to ruin everybody else's lap because the yellows would be out. Marini goes third, so the Marquez starts 15th. Luca goes up into third. That starts 13th. There's somebody else down in my ears. Somebody else has crashed out. Not sure who. Lap time cancelled for Alex Marquez for exceeding track limits. Pol Espargaro goes 6th across the line. Fabio Di Giannantonio stays second. And there is Johan Mir down on the deck. I thought I heard another crash in my earphones. Mir's crashed out as well. And that he's going to put a pace to everybody else's lap time. What's he done now? Into turn 14 and 15, the last 2 corners into the hairpin, ducks down the inside line, he just falls out from under him. Drops the front in the last 2 corners here at the Mandalika Street Circuit. But Marc Marquez cannot believe it after looking so strong throughout the weekend in terms of free practice too. After that accident, of course, he's binned it again. His 3rd crash of the weekend. Start the crash counter, everybody, by the way. He's up to 4 in 2022 of Marc Marquez crashes. Turns on the inside into turn 12. The front buckles away and around he goes. This time, though, he catches his leg on the gravel and it tumbles him over the shoulders as well. Remember, he had that shoulder problem, and bang! Oh, the bike doesn't roll this time, but he does. It's a polar opposite of what happened later on at turn 13. Checkered flags out, the yellows are out, so everybody's lap times don't count anyway. It's Bagnaia with a 1:31.219 going through, and Fabio Di Giannantonio for the Grinesci Racing goes through. So both of the Grinescis are through, but 13th on the grid for Luca Marini, 14th for Marco Bezzecchi, 15th for Marc Marquez, Pol Espargaro 16th. So neither of the Repsol Hondas go through. Disastrous weekend for them. Joe Dovizioso is 17th, Johan Mir 18th after crashing out, Alex Marquez is 19th, Maverick Viñales 20th, Remy Gardner 21st, Remy Gardner, 22nd, Ralph Fernandez 21st, then we get Darren Binder 23rd, and Taki Nakagami is 24th in this field. My goodness. And if it rains tomorrow, it's going to be topsy-turvy. On to Q2. What more drama can we have? Green light is on at the end of the pit lane. We are underway for MotoGP Qualifying 2. Fabio Quartararo, Franco Morbidelli, Johan Zarco, Jorge Martin, Enea Bastianini, Jack Miller, Aleix Espargaro, Brad Binder, Miguel Oliveira, Alex Rins, Pepe Bagnaia and Fabio Di Giannantonio all head out on the circuit. The sun has broken through the clouds for the first time in a long time this morning as well, and we are ready to go. Qualifying 1 was dramatic. Let's see what qualifying 2 has to offer. Oh, Franco Morbidelli's crashed. Morbidelli has crashed out turn 5. That's brought out the yellow flags now as well. So no one else on their lap time can improve, but we've got the last two. Miller's lap time's been cancelled for track limits, so he's going to have to do another one. But Fabio Quartararo, the last one there to set a time on the board, that stands 1:31.227, 3 tenths quicker than Bagnaia. Jorge Martin third, Di Antonio fourth, Bastianini fifth, Aleix Espargaro sixth, Oliveira, Zarco, Binder, Rins, Morbidelli, Miller round up the grid after the first runs. But Morbidelli crashing on the deck, he's okay, he's up, bike has been retrieved, yellow flags brought in, which is great to see. Let's just press that yellow flag button, not just tap it. Let's take a look why. So into turn 5, the front's going to buckle, yeah, way before the apex of the corner. That's a huge accident over the head. The bike is destroyed. My goodness me. Huge accident on that circuit. Wow. And luckily, he's walked away from that one because he went over his head backwards. Wow. I'm surprised he hasn't got a damaged neck from that. Brilliant. There's a stellar battle going on right now between Fabio Quartararo and Pepe Bagnaia. Bagnaia second at the moment in this standings. He was going fast in the first sector. He's down now by a tenth and a half, but Quartararo is up by a tenth and a bit as well across the first 3 sectors. He's in the last sector now, into turn 13, into turn 14 now as well. He's really pushing his Yamaha to the limit. Who said they were out of it after Qatar? Yamaha back in business with fastest here so far at Mandalika. He lifts up the front wheel and Quartararo goes to the top. A 1:31.067 on the board. And then look at that. Jorge Martin goes up to second place again. Bagnaia stays third. Then we go Oliveira, Rins, Miller, Aleix Espargaro, Di Antonio, Bastianini, Binder, Zarco, Morbidelli still down. And that's their second run. So they'll do a cool lap now. And then we'll have another run to the line. But Quartararo is the man to beat out there. The champion from last year, after a miserable Qatar, is having a beautiful, magical Mandalika. Oh, and down on the deck, Aleix Espargaro. And that's in the middle of the track. They might have to throw a red if he can't get out of the way. But Aleix Espargaro down on the deck. It has put out the yellows. Turn 10. Same corner as Marc Marquez, and that's at the exit. And are they red flagging it? Because that's right on the exit. It's right in the fast zone as well. And look at that. Everyone going, well, I was on a lap. There's debris on the track. There's a rider. So if they're going to have to, if they're going to red flag it, they've got to do it now. Let's see what happened. It's going to be a front wheel dip. It is, yeah, it turns in, the rear locks, the frontal dip, and bang, down on the deck. No sign of the red flag yet, though, but we've got debris in the middle of the track and a rider on the deck. They've got to do something. 1:30 left. Aleix Espargaro is back up and running, and we're going to get the last minute with everyone queuing up with each other, and they're doing what they did in Moto2, MotoGP and Moto2. They're all backing up. They don't want to turn around this lap. Bastianini, the championship leader on that Grenache, goes through, and he's going straight to the front as well. The KTM's just staying there with Binder and Oliveira. Away we go then, down for the last qualifying lap here in Indonesia to set the grid for the second race of the year tomorrow. And the checkered flag is now out. The session is over. So, and everyone's backing out. Rins has backed out of the lap. So many people backing out and getting back on the track in the way. Nobody's improving out there. That's the problem. The track has gone. The tyres are gone. They're all riding together. They're all messing each other's laps up. Nobody has improved. It is Fabio Quartararo who takes pole position for the Mandalika Grand Prix of the Indonesia. Not a bad run. Who's going to jump up the order, though, across the line? Checkered flags come out. Who's going to find the time? Jorge Martin to second. Bastianini goes third. Then Zarco goes third. Binder goes fourth. So that drops Bastianini to fifth. Miller goes in ninth. Oliveira seventh. Bagnaia sixth. So the front row changes as a shortcut. So Rins gets his lap time cancelled. So Quartararo takes pole. Jorge Martin takes second. Johan Zarco third. Pramac 2-3. KTM fourth. Second row with Binder, Bastianini and Bagnaia. Third row, Oliveira, Rins, Miller. Fourth row, Aleix Espargaro, Di Antonio and Morbidelli. But a 1:31.067, a track record for MotoGP here in Indonesia. Quartararo takes pole. Yamaha back on track after Qatar. Hello everyone, welcome to what can only be described as Mega Phil, because this is going to be perhaps one of the longest MotoGP broadcasts in history, maybe not breaking the record of 5 hours that BT set at Silverstone all those years ago, but right now we've had 2 fantastic races across Moto3 and Moto2, and just before the start of the MotoGP, the heavens have opened, and this place makes Malaysia's rainstorms look like a beautiful summer's day. Forget power boats, we need Noah's Ark to survive this. Marc Marquez, first of all, isn't racing. A crash in qualifying yesterday, and then a second crash on his second bike. They both got repaired, but it was then this morning in the warm-up session where he had a monster high side at 110 miles an hour coming through turn 9 and 10. The bike flicked on him, rode up in the air, ragdolled and hit the floor. He's out and has gone back to Barcelona with a concussion as well, and he might be out for the foreseeable couple of races. He has no luck, Marc Marquez, neither do we. Megan Burch alongside me, very grumpy with it being 6:56 in the morning here in the UK. We were supposed to be commentating on the start, but the pit lane opening has been delayed for obvious reasons. Belgium 2021, anybody? Good morning, Megan.
Can't even go back to bed.
I know, I'm so sorry, but good morning. How are you doing? How do you
think I am?
Fair dues. There's Marc Marquez. So let's take a look at his humongous crash from this morning in the warm-up session. So turns in, look, the front doesn't even buckle. He hits the curb and it just launches on him, throws him up in the air. The bike destroyed completely. Mark himself lands on his head at 110 miles an hour. That's a heavy one. What's your thought of that?
That's how I'm feeling.
Severe headache. Lean angle was sufficient as well as they came through. A big accident as well. We're going to need you more than ever. Let's take a look at the track conditions. If I press this button on TweetDeck, there you can see what the safety car's having to deal with. Some massive puddles on this circuit, Megan. It really does look like Noah's Ark out there, doesn't it? It's the end of the world as well. The mouth of hell, it seems, at the moment. And one thing we've got to say is, by the way, that we're not expecting a start anytime soon as we're using handheld mics, not a headset. So we're in for a long fill, but you know as well as I do, Megan, they're not going to send the riders out there until the track's nearly bone dry. It is currently underwater. Do you reckon we're going to get a race today, or are they going to cancel it? Are we going to race tomorrow?
I don't know, but I want it to get over with.
Do you reckon we are going to have a race today then? In all seriousness.
I'm not going to wait here for hours because I've got to do 3 sets of work to do today.
So give it a chance out of 5. So out of 10 chances of racing today.
I don't know. It's easy with 5.
All right, out of 5. How are we going to race today? 1 being no, 5 being yes.
2.5.
Oh. So it's a 50-50 shot. Could have just said 5 out of 10 then. You're really making us go through. Yeah, really making us go through, aren't you? Okay, well, as you can tell, it is a 20-lap race. We're just looking at the pit lane now as well. There is thunder and lightning surrounding as well.
Is that a duck?
It is. At the number 36 of Johan Mir, there is a duck going in the pit slot, in the pit lane, actually, as well. So he's already ready to go out there as well. We're just being informed as well that the pit lane is now open. The pit lane open has been delayed due to the weather conditions. It is not going to open for the foreseeable future. While they understandably have all this mysterious water on the track that has fallen from the sky as they come through. It's very early in the morning. We've still got Formula 3 and Formula 2 to go. By the way, at the current moment, it doesn't look like we're going to be broadcasting Formula 2 and Formula 3 live. Those races will come to you delayed, unfortunately. That is, of course, due to the track conditions as well. Megan, you might need to get your laptop in if we get close to the Formula 3 time so we can at least screen record the timings. Yeah, sorry. You're really looking at me evilly today, aren't you? I've got you out of bed.
I wonder why.
Yeah, but it's a MotoGP race. It's still
I
fun.
don't care whether it's an announcement from the Queen. I am tired.
Still on the board. Megan's really tired. Still on the board then. Let's go through the starting grid then, obviously.
Her Majesty would wait a couple of hours.
We're down to 23 riders from the 24, with Marc Marquez being pulled off. So this is the starting grid then, for those of you who are interested. It's Fabio Quartararo on pole position, taking his first pole of the year. It seems like, Megan, after a bad race in Qatar, Yamaha have bounced back. And if Quartararo can get ahead today, if we have a race, he's going to be fantastic, isn't he?
Hopefully.
Yeah, Jorge Martin starts in second position for Pramac. Johan Zarco alongside him on the front row of the grid as well. The two Pramac Ducatis looking quick. Further down then, Brad Binder is on row 2 with Anair Bastianini and Pepo Bagnaia. Miguel Oliveira is starting 7th on the third row with Alex Rins and Jack Miller. Fourth row, Aleix Espargo, Fabio Di Gianantonio as well. And further down is Luca Marini. Then we get Marco Bezzecchi, Franco Morbidelli as well. And Paul Espargaro, Andrea Dovizioso, Johan Mir, Alex Marquez, Maverick Vinales, Ralph Fernandez, Remy Garner, Darren Binder, Takiki Nakagami, and the FIA stewards, Franco Morbidelli, a practice start procedure infraction, a 3-place grid penalty. I don't know why this is. Let's take a look. Where's the 21 on the screen? Does he come across? Oh, yeah, Morbidelli on the practice start. He's gone into a different grid slot. And he's watching it again, saying, yeah, thanks, TV directors. Thanks for telling me why I got the penalty and showing me why I got a penalty.
He must be like, they really must be cutting it short.
Yeah, they really are running out of things to say. I'll tell you what, Megan, it looks a bit better out there, doesn't it, in terms of the actual air?
It better.
The sky looks a bit clearer from what it was 10 minutes ago. Susie Perry said it looked like the eye of the storm as well.
Send them out now.
Well, the track, it looks like, yeah, the rain's still coming down, but it's not as bad by the looks of it.
Send them out.
Yeah, and the track is still soaked. They're going to have to send some things out to clear that up and blow the water away.
Send them out.
Megan, somebody could get killed.
Go slowly.
Let's go down to the pit lane
Make
then.
them run.
Natalie Quirk for BT Sport is in the pits. Let's go down to her.
Again. Yeah, Francesca, all we can do is kind of wait patiently and see what happens. It seems like a fairly relaxed atmosphere, but how much concern is there in the KTM boxes right now?
Yeah, there's nothing to do against the weather. We have to face it, and that's it. I mean, yeah, it's slightly changed. Very little rain, then a little bit heavier, then stops, then start again, and then start heavily. So yeah, it's a bit of a mess for a few minutes, but then everything is clear. Now it's wet, just waiting for information from the race direction. And that's it. There's a lot of water, but remember me like Misano 2017 or Motegi 2017 as well. There was that much water. Let's see.
And we've seen Brad do the impossible last season. Slightly different conditions, but he won't be fazed by this, and a good qualifying as well, will he?
Yeah, let's see. We've been here 3 days testing, and then yesterday and before yesterday, we never really have this. We never really had this condition. So anything can happen. Just let's hope to have the chance to start.
Thanks, Francesco.
Ciao.
And that down in the pit then for the Red Bull KTM, the very colourful crowd here with ponchos. I can see red, yellow, green, blue as well. It's the coat of many colours. It's like Joseph Technicolor Dreamcoat out there at the moment as they come through. Kobe Lambeth, I did see it. It says it's been retracted. Don't know why, but I did see it as well. He says, "Don't worry, I'm not a morning person either, Megan." You need a coffee.
I'm not a fan of coffee.
Well, you need a tea or something about that because
I do like iced lattes, and we definitely don't have any of them.
We could order in as well. Yeah, buy me a coffee. I could really do with one at the moment. But yeah, at the moment we've got this strange delay going on as well. And we're trying to think of things to talk about. Let's talk about what happened then in Qatar. That's an interesting one. Can you remember Qatar further back?
I can't even remember lunch.
Well, Qatar went the way, of course, and Anair Bastianini taking his first ever MotoGP victory. He's the championship leader. Brad Binder is second. And then the usual suspects, though, with Fabio Quartararo down in 9th place in the championship after finishing 9th.
Very terrible for him.
Yeah, very terrible. He starts on pole position now, though. As is that 89? That's Jorge Martin out there on the circuit.
I keep hearing that ringtone.
It's the pit lane alarm.
Tell them to shut it up.
Yeah, it's too early in the morning for the pit lane alarm as they come through. So the pit lane open has been delayed due to the track conditions. The race should have started 4 minutes ago. So we're really not there yet. We're expecting around about a half an hour delay to proceedings, followed by a 20-lap race as well. So we should get the race underway around about 7:40 UK time. That's 40 minutes past 3 in Indonesia. at the moment. That's what we're expecting, but we've had no official word from the FIM, and Dorna as well, the race controls, on that matter. But this is where I really wish we had some filler content to put on.
I really wish that too.
We could replay the qualifying session again.
I could go to sleep.
She could, actually. In fact, there's the safety car. Oh, it's still bad out there. It's so bad. The rain is still coming down, actually, heavily now. We're finally looking at track cameras. Then the BMW M3 safety car is going round as well. And the amount of spray, Megan, it's getting worse. And the puddles out there, actually, still bad. The level of water still bad. They can't start this race. Look at that as well. On the run-up out of turn 3, it looks abysmal. Honestly, my goodness.
It does.
Gigi Delinea watching on. I don't think we're going to get a race, you know. Not today.
Well, if we don't, then I'll cry.
They'll
Because
probably.
I can't do it if it's not today.
Yeah, and you won't get to see a MotoGP race.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
I've got college in the morning.
I wonder what we'll do on the YouTube thing, though, because we're live now, and if the race is tomorrow, it'll look very odd. Part 1, I suppose this will be called, and Part 2 will be tomorrow. And I tell you what, it's not the normal safety car driver going round, I don't think. That's the race director going round, just having a look at the conditions as well. 9 and
Make
10.
them race, but instead run.
What, sorry?
Make them run instead.
Make them run out there. Okay,
Really,
Natalie. Natalie down with the KTM boss.
Weather that we get, which I can't disagree with, but it's certainly not easing up at the moment. What information are you getting? Are you confident this race will go ahead?
You know, for sure, it's a shame that happened at that moment on Sunday, because all through the week we didn't have the rain at that moment and it was looking good. Still, when you are in this part of the world, shower can be happening anytime. So this is disappointing, especially that it is lasting. It's heavy rain. So what to say? You know, right now, for the moment, we can't go out on track. It is too dangerous. I have been talking to Piero Taramasso from Michelin. He told me if you have one bike going on its own, I think the rain tire can cope with that amount of water. The problem is the visibility. And it's not getting any better. And the visibility would be the problem. So it's impossible for safety reasons, as everybody can understand, to start the race. How long is the shower going to last? I don't know, because at the moment there is absolutely zero wind, 0-0. The radar are not all saying the same, but I think for, I would say minimum 30 minutes, the rain is still going to go, you know, heavy like it is. So I suggest that everybody behind their screen watching BT Sport should have a second breakfast. Or have the first one if they didn't have the first one yet, you know, because this is the only thing we can do. For sure, this is going to be an exciting race because it's been reduced to 20 laps. I think also the result might be quite different to what we saw in qualifying because nobody has been riding with that amount of water. So stay tuned, you know, keep on watching the screen and hopefully something's going to happen, but you never know.
I'm sure the people at home have got their feet up with a cup of tea watching this. You've got two rookies that are potentially going to go out in this. How difficult is that going to be for them?
Well, you know, they're happy with everything because rookie needs lap. They need to understand and learn MotoGP. We've been testing here in February with the rain and they were amazed with the grip Michelin was having, and that track is also very grippy. So, you know, they are looking forward to go out, you know, and the qualifying on the dry was not easy. So, you know, you always hope that different track condition could be playing in your favor, but everybody thinks the same and everybody hopes the same, but not everybody will be rewarded the same, sorry.
Well, we hope to get a decision soon. Thanks for talking to us, Hervé.
Thank you.
Okay, so me and Megan, there's another bolt of lightning. You heard it as well. Let's listen.
It's like
Listen
a
to
movie
that.
out
Being in
here.
a garage, everyone must be terrified. Oh!
Oh, that's a bolt of lightning has just hit the track. My goodness me, did you see that?
Yes.
A massive bolt of lightning
Did you
just
see the
hit the
fire?
track and a fireball erupted from the bottom there. In all my years of commentating, I have never seen that before. An actual bolt of lightning just hit the track down at turn 9 and there was a fireball with it. These thunderbolts are everywhere.
I've got to say, that means it's reached the track.
Yes, at least it has reached the track. Now, Simon Patterson, who's at the circuit for us, has just said as well that sunset is at 6:30 local time. There's another bolt of lightning just over the mountains as well. Megan, I hate to say it, but I really don't think we're going to have a race today. What do you think?
I got up for nothing.
It looks like you got up for nothing. Don't shout into the mic, by the way. People are listening with earphones. Also, I can't hear in one of my ears. There we go. Got my ears back. Waterlogged. Sorry. Okay, let's just have a quick word with this. Let's have a quick thing. Let's have a look at what Kobe Lambeth is saying. Hello, Kobe. So MotoGP will postpone the race to the following day or abandon it altogether. When this happened at Silverstone in 2018, they just cancelled the entire day of racing. There was no option to move it to the Monday. So on precedent, I think they're just going to cancel the race unless they do schedule it for tomorrow. Unless they do schedule it for tomorrow morning, very early.
No, I mean, it could be still like this.
Anything can happen.
Hopefully.
Well, do you reckon they'll put it earlier on the day? Because there was no problem in the Moto 3 or the Moto 2 race. Do you reckon they'll put it earlier?
Probably. Who puts a race as late?
Yeah. But
Actually, early for me.
You've just blown my ears. I can't hear out one of my earphones now. Yeah, literally. Yeah, no, this one. Can't hear it. Oh, there we go. So try again. Tap that again. Yeah, I can't hear it. I'm deaf in one ear. I'm going to have to take that out. So one of my earplugs is failing. Tell you what, this is going well this weekend, isn't it? Earplug failing. I can't hear out one. Okay, so let's work this out. As I said, sunset is at 6:30. It's currently 5. So it's currently 3:11. But we need to be finished by 6 o'clock. Any action must be done by 6 o'clock. So that means the race has to start at 5 o'clock, which means they need an hour to dry the track, which means at 4 o'clock, the track needs to start drying, which is in 50 minutes. So if the rain stops in 50 minutes, they can dry the track with that hour, start the race at 5, and it'll be over by 6. So really, we're only going to be filling for another 50 minutes. If we get to 4 p.m. and the rain hasn't stopped, there's no race today. I think we can work that out because there won't be enough time to dry the track. There won't be enough time to run the race before the sunset. That works out, doesn't it?
I guess.
Okay, down to Alex Rins with Natalie Quirk.
Conditions that aren't getting any easier. The fear that we would have conditions like this. What are your thoughts at the moment? Are we going to race? And how do you feel if you do have to go out and race?
Well, the condition is unbelievable. I hope to race because, you know, we moved till here, till Mandalika. The track is amazing, but it's so difficult to race in this condition for the water, for the rivers.
I'm just cutting in to say the pit lane will not open before 3:45. Next update is in 25 minutes. Back to Nat.
With some machines, but for sure, I would like to race.
Up until this point, it had been a difficult weekend for you, hadn't it? You'd been feeling ill, but also with the problem with the bike yesterday. Just sum up how difficult this weekend has been for you.
Yeah, yesterday we were on fire with the bike. For sure, on Friday I was feeling a little bit sick, some virus on the stomach. But you know, I was a bit stressed for the COVID situation. I was not sure if it was COVID or not. I did some tests, negatives. Then yesterday I was feeling a little bit better, and then the fire on the bikes appeared. But yeah, today I'm feeling quite good. So it's a really shame this condition.
Appreciate you talking to us, Alex.
Thank you.
Yeah, it really is a shame, these conditions at the moment. So you heard it before as well. The pit lane will not open before 3:45. The next update will be in 25 minutes. So we've got to fill for half an hour or 25 minutes until the next update. So that's the situation as things currently stand. Hello to Synthel, who joins us now. If I press the YouTube chat, hello, Synthel, hello. At the moment, Synthel, we're not going to be doing Formula 2 or Formula 3 live because we've got to stay on with covering the MotoGP. So we at the moment, it might be live, it might not be, but we've got another 2 hours. No, we've got an hour and 45. Isn't it 8:45 the first lap? Let's take a look back at Alex Rins as well. I said he had a fire in practice, but he was dropping oil. And then coming out of turn 11, the bike just catches fire. So the exhaust just catches the fire on it. Your thoughts on that, Megs, when you see the fire? Look, because Jack Miller went down as a result of it.
It reminds me of testing.
Yeah, look. There goes hand up in the air for Raul Fernandez. He knew immediately that there was something down on the track as well. And there's the fire, look. There's it, let it go. And he literally jumps off the bike. Yeah, he jumps off the bike, Alex Rins. and just lets it roll back into the circuit as well, because you can't stop it because it's on fire. Look at this. Bang, and then off it goes, and then whee, hello. 2 wheels, drops oil back on the circuit as well. And one of the marshals here, one of the female marshals, is walking up doing a rain dance to try and stop the rain. Well, they're very spiritual over here in Indonesia.
It better work.
And I'm rooting for her. Let's hope it works. She's doing a rain dance down the pit lane to try and stop the rain. Can we hear?
The rain dance, maybe.
She's trying to push the clouds
Can you hear?
away.
Can you hear? She's chanting as well.
I mean, but
That is the greatest thing I've seen on television today.
superb.
I'll tell you what, if it works,
Do you
give
know
her a
actually who's
promotion.
training now? Mark Marquez, because he don't want there to be a race.
She's that is fantastic. She's going up and down the pit lane. All everyone's coming out to see her as well. What a fantastic country Indonesia
Everyone's
is.
filming her too.
Oh, what else are we going to film?
You have to
Let's
put a hard hat
put
on
out.
just
Look
in
at this.
case the
All the
results
riders are out in the pit lane now as well.
Not quite sure
And
the
I just
riders.
get just
Right,
watching
you've
her
got
as
to
well.
see
Look
it
at me down the pit lane. She's literally she passed the race. She's far going Maverick Vinales now as well. She's knocking on the side. This is fantastic.
Let's just stay with this for a minute because I've never seen anything like it in my life.
It's like last orders.
Hodson's out there already. It's like last
The race
orders.
does go ahead. Does she win?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's crossed the finish line. She wins.
I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll take a short break now. And when we come back,
wins.
if the rain
That's
has
it.
stopped,
That's it.
you
That's
guys,
Marshall.
you've got to eat your words.
And we buy our dinner tonight.
No problem.
Don't know what's happening there. BT go for an ad break then as well as she walks up and down the pit lane. And to tell you what, this marshal, top honour, because if this works and the rain clouds go and we have a race, everyone in the paddock has got to buy her a drink later on tonight because she's pushed the clouds away. Fantastically spiritual country, Indonesia, and I'm
Please
looking to see
work.
that one. Go again.
Please work.
Synthel says, is it predicted to stop raining soon or is it a Belgium 2021 situation?
Depends if she works.
It depends if she works, but right now it's a Belgium 2021 situation. We're literally just sitting waiting for the race to be cancelled. We've worked it out. The sunset is at 6:30. It's currently 3:17. The next update is at 3:45, but we need an hour to dry the track. So if it stops raining at 4, we need an hour to dry the track. That'll take us to 5 o'clock. That's when the race needs to start, so it'll be finished by 6 o'clock. This race has to be finished by 6 o'clock. So at the moment, I don't think we've got another 2 hours. How long is it? 2 hours and 45 minutes left? 2 hours 43 minutes. We've got left on the clock to complete this race. But I think we'll get an announcement way before that it'll be cancelled. I think we'll get an announcement.
An hour before that.
Maybe not even that. I think we'll get an announcement that the race will be cancelled around about another hour 15 on this one. Because I can't see them going to closer to 4 o'clock. As soon as it gets to 4 o'clock, that's it. We're done. We can't do anything more because you need an hour to drive the track and then an hour to run the race. There's no feasible cut-off for all that happening. As well as there's rubber ducks out on the track as well. Now as the teams have put them in the pit lane as well, just getting ready.
Maybe they can race them.
Well, Formula 1 do it all the time, don't they? Yeah, let's race some ducks. May as well. It is scheduled to be a 20-lap race.
Whoever goes across first 20 times wins.
Well, so just run them back up and down the pit lane 20 times.
Yeah.
10 each side. Like a swimming relay team.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could work, to be fair. That could work. Okay.
Another winner by that.
I'm having a look and seeing what filler content we've got so we can have a quick break because we desperately do need some filler. I can tell you that right now. So I'm having a look at the documents that I've got open as well. Would you like to hear from Frank Williams as well? Well, I hope we'll be able to do F3 or at least F2. We might not be able to do F3. We'll definitely, I think, be able to do F2. So F3's race might have to be done tomorrow, since, and we'll have to send it out as a post-record in a full live but post-record show. So it's all going a bit higgledy-piggledy at the moment, isn't it, in Formula 1? As we just get ready. Let's open that up and get to the Frank Williams documentary. Here it is. Open that up, and make sure it fits to screen as well. Looks to be okay. Okay, we're off for a quick break. We'll leave you with Sir Frank Williams' story. We're under a start delay due to weather conditions. We're going to go away for 4 minutes, just come back with some food and some supplies, and we'll be back shortly. Don't go anywhere. We're under a delay. Well, we would be under delay if that was working, but as you can tell, it clearly isn't fit to screen because my head was massive. So, fit to screen. Okay, let's have another go then. Back up. We'll be back soon. Across Formula One's 70-year history, there have been many remarkable individuals that have moulded the sport into what it is today. Sir Frank Williams might just be the most remarkable. Born Francis Owen Garbett Williams in the northeast of England in South Shields during the Second World War on the 16th of April 1942, Frank was destined to be in motorsport, but his future didn't lie behind the cockpit of the wheel and eventually found himself dealing in racing cars. In 1966, Frank Williams started the Frank Williams Racing Team with his driver Piers Courage. They started together in Formula 2 before graduating to Formula 1 50 years ago in 1969. The team's only car was a second-hand Brabham chassis, and the team at the time was a skeleton staff. Despite all the odds, the team finished on the podium in only their second race at Monaco, and also claimed a second place in the United States Grand Prix at Watkins Glen. However, the team hit tragedy just 1 year later in 1970 as its driver Piers Courage tragically died during the Dutch Grand Prix at Zandvoort. Sir Frank was devastated, but didn't want to lose out on his and Piers' dream of racing in Formula 1, so nobly continued the sport. With debt mounting up as the seasons passed, Sir Frank sold his Williams team to businessman Walter Wolff in 1976. Frank stayed on at the Wolff team as team principal in 1976, but decided to try again. And in 1977, Williams Racing Engineering was born, Frank's second Formula 1 team. Sir Frank teamed up with ambitious young engineer by the name of Patrick Head, who only the previous year had hired him at Wolff. At first the team were based out of an old carpet warehouse, but after signing the young fast Australian driver Alan Jones and a sponsorship deal from the Middle East, the team had finally become players at the top half of the field. The team claimed its first podium in 1978 and just 1 year later came into its own with 5 victories in the later half of 1979. The first of which was here at Silverstone exactly 40 years ago to the day, a fitting place for a first victory. In 1980, Alan Jones won the Drivers' Championship and Williams secured back-to-back Drivers' and Constructors' titles in 1980 and 1981. However, just as Williams was finding its feet, in 1986, Frank suffered a life-changing crash injury after what happened at France on the way back from Paul Ricard. Severely paralysed, the doctors consulted Sir Frank's wife Ginny about turning off his life support. She refused, and Sir Frank cheated death and returned to the sport to run the team. Williams won the 1986 Constructors' Championship and both titles the following year. Over the next 33 years, Williams has cemented itself as one of the most dominant teams in Formula 1 history, with 7 drivers' titles, 9 constructors' titles, and 114 race victories, all under Sir Frank's rule. Now 77, Sir Frank is the world's longest living paraplegic and still the figurehead of his team, Williams. They have built some of the finest cars in Formula 1 history. They have raced some of the finest drivers in the sport's history. And behind all of that, for the past 50 years, is one man, Sir Frank Williams. Now, with his 3 children, including Claire Williams, who is the deputy team principal at the moment of Williams, she gave birth to a son last year, ensuring that the Williams name will live on forevermore in Formula 1. Hello everyone, welcome back. Megan's got a coat on and she's decided that the only way to beat the rain here that's flooding the circuit is to form the first Galactic Empire.
I really wouldn't mind that.
What are you? There's your General Hux coat. It's not that cold in this commentary box. Are you really cold?
I am very cold.
I mean, I could put my parka on, but it's not that chilly.
I'm very cold.
Oh, well, tell me something I don't know. Anyway, we really are into a mega fill, so anyone like some Family Circle biscuits? I mean, there's only the shortbreads and nice biscuits left, because everyone else is eating all the others, which I find...
We had Family Circle.
Yeah, well, I find that really annoying. These are my presents, and somebody's eating them. not going to be buying me a new thing of that.
Maybe don't leave them downstairs.
Someone's eating the bourbon, someone's eating the last jammy Dodger, someone's eating all the cookies, and someone's eating all the chocolate fingers.
Maybe don't leave them downstairs where it's, the
I'll tell you what,
kitchen.
though, whoever's eating them, they're buying me another one.
Maybe don't leave it downstairs where it's a kitchen. It's basically free game.
Yes, but we don't eat your yogurts.
Day does.
That's a good point. I think we found. I don't care. They'll just get me another packet of Family Circle. Anyway,
your yogurt.
we've also got the crisps as well. We did have the crisps.
You got the crisps.
Yes, we did have the crisps. We need tubs of Pringles. Where's the Le Mans food when we need it, as well.
A couple of months away. That's where it is.
M says as well, is it the same thing like the World Superbikes? Isn't it a big rain? Yeah, it's exactly the same thing. And they cancelled their race until the following day. So whether or not we're going to have that, we don't know. Pit lane will not open before 3:45. So that's another 20 minutes wait, at least, to find out what's going to happen in this race. So stay with us. We've played our only filler content. Where's your windshield gone? You've only got one.
What?
On your headset, your windshield disappeared. Where's that gone? I'm hooked onto my chair and I'm pulling my headset. I can't hear. Oh, there we go.
Oh, here it is.
Where's that fallen? Oh, there we go. Pop it back on your headset then. There is the President of the Republic of Indonesia is watching on as well, and in a Indonesian shirt as well. Looks like one of the teams as well, actually. The G2O Indonesia as well, just getting some coverage there. The home race, and I do feel most of all for Kobe Lambeth as well, who is doing a mega weekend of the IMSA race, the World Endurance race, and covering everything else as well. And he's finally got time to watch a MotoGP race, and this happens. I'm sorry, Kobe. But thanks for sticking with us here for the mega fill. We knew it was going to happen, didn't we? As soon as that rain came down...
Did we?
Well, no. As soon as the rain came down, we knew we were going to have to do some filling because there was no way this track would work. And mother and daughter realising they're on camera. Hello, give us a wave. I know they can't see me, but we're on camera, so maybe they'll see it someday and we're waving back.
My answer to this doing this race would have been a lot different if I knew it was going to be raining.
There was a chance. I did know yesterday that it was going to be raining, but I didn't know.
And you said nothing.
I did. But I knew it was going to rain. I just didn't know when. I didn't realise it would be like this. That we weren't even going to start. I didn't know how heavy it would rain. I thought it would be like a normal rain.
Run to Indonesia. They'll be in Cuba.
I can't. It's flooding.
My point.
No. I'm not going to Cuba. I'm going to Paris. That's where I stashed the chandelier.
Good to know. So that means you'll be in Germany.
How do you know that reference? You don't watch The Office.
I do.
I go to Berlin.
I do know that reference. I do watch The Office.
You watch The Office?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Grid Network, good morning. What is for breakfast? Family Circle biscuits, but all that's left is the nice biscuits, some wheat biscuits, and the shortbread nice biscuits as well. So that's all that's left. Everyone's nicked all the good ones off
I
the
haven't eaten
Family
them.
Circle. Let's go down to the pits, Natalie.
Yet, but the crowd have been singing out here, and Aleix, you've been over there to give them a wave. They're in great spirits despite the circumstances out there. They want to see racing.
Yeah, actually, we race 21 races every year, so if we postpone or we wait, it's okay, but I feel really sad for the people who came here. I know it's not easy for them to buy tickets. They are waiting under the rain for a long time, so I feel very sorry for them. They really show a big love to our sport. I never seen this, and I'm 32. I raced 15 years in the championship all over the world, but I never seen a crowd that loves that much our sport, and I feel very bad for them. Hopefully the rain will stop and we can race.
And how do you feel about going out to race today?
Sincerely, no experience on the wet. We did not ride on the wet. We tried the rain tire on Friday, but actually the track was almost full dry. So no experience. Sincerely, I don't like the wet, but I'm motivated because it's a lottery. Everything can happen. So maybe it's a good occasion to fight on the top. Why not? You never know. So I'm hungry more than ever, and I will try my best. But it's going to be difficult to understand what's going to happen.
It's not been without its difficulties this weekend here, has it? It's a new track, new surface, and with these conditions now, there's been lots of things to balance, hasn't there?
Yeah, it has been a difficult weekend for us, for the teams. But the good thing is that in Qatar, for example, the Suzuki and the Hondas were very, very strong. Here they're struggling more. Other bikes like Yamaha, they struggle in Qatar, and here are fast. The good thing is that the Aprilia is quite constant. Unfortunately, yesterday I crashed on my first lap on the qualifying, but my lap time was I was coming very fast, very close to the pole position of Fabio, so we could challenge the first row for sure. So this makes me happy because, you know, a new layout, completely new tires, and we show that the Aprilia is there fighting on the top. So it makes me very proud, and the season is very long.
Thanks, Aleix.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Aleix Espargaro down there as well. We've got another 15 minutes before the start of the MotoGP may begin. The pit lane will not open before 3:45, so that's the entire race distance passed as well. As we wait, the president of the Republic of Indonesia is there as well. The HE as well out there. He's waiting as well to see what's happening. Megan is that bored. I've just looked down. She's playing Wordle. What's the word today? Although maybe not, but he's got it. Are you doing Wordle this early?
Yep.
Are you gonna get it?
I don't know.
How many tries do you get?
6.
Okay. Is it monsoon?
No, it's only 5 letters long.
Bucketing it down. I don't know. I can't with that. Let's go to the chat quickly then as well, because M says as well, hopefully the prawn what's that? The prawn hire is doing great work. Is that what it's called? Okay, I'll take your word for that. Kobe Lambeth, a bummer, but life happens. I never get to watch MotoGP live. I always catch up the highlights in between the end of a NASCAR Cup races and the wrap-up show as well. At least you won't. Well, you're not going to miss much today, are you? To be fair, so easy wrap-up show for us later on the Grid Network. In fact, if I'm still on it, if I'm not sedated by that time. Further on, M says it's pretty much like Belgium 2021. In Indonesia, of its raining season, it's raining big. If it's summer, it's very humid. I don't know why we've come here at this time of year. I really don't, because... Say again?
I did try rain with an Eve, and I got an...
It begins with an R.
If you do Wordle to stop listening, right? Just close your ears. R and an E. It's fun.
It's not race then. Races?
No, it has to have an N.
Oh, right. Well, it has to have an N or no?
And it can't have an S.
Yeah, if you do, let's not talk about Wordle. I know we're that bored, but we've got other things to talk about. Safety cars going out there still, and there's a lot of spray down the start-finish straight, but it looks a little bit lighter than it was. It's still very, very heavy, but it looks lighter than what it was. 166 miles an hour coming into the braking zone. So he's giving that that BMW full chat. Let's take a look on the inside. No, it's still so much standing water on the inside to turn one. I think we're now looking at the very possible fact that we're not going to have a race in Indonesia for MotoGP. Let's wait for the official announcement. They're trying to blow the water off oh no. As soon as you hit turn 3 and 4, there's just massive amounts of water. You ride on that and slip and just make a mistake. Yeah, high siding everywhere, big crash in the middle of the field. I don't think this race is going to happen personally. I really don't. Let's go down to Paul Espargaro.
To say the least, for you, after what had been an encouraging testing here at this circuit, obviously not getting the feel for the tyres. What are your thoughts now as you look out onto the track?
Well, when it was starting rain, you never know what can happen on wet conditions, but for us was a little bit pain release because we were suffering a lot this weekend with these old casings in the tires, and especially after Mandalika test, we had big hopes of this weekend, and we thought that we could fight for the victory. Not easy, but in a correct way, not suffering so much, and we face a completely different situation. So, the rain gave us a little bit of hope, but, it's on rain, you cannot predict anything. It's kind of lottery, so we will wait till see if it stops and we can go.
I imagine the mood changed somewhat as well in the garage after seeing that crash for Mark this morning. Have you managed to speak to him at all?
Not yet. But yeah, as you all have seen, we are suffering a lot with the rear tire. We are spinning so much in the acceleration. Just on the way of touching the throttle, the rear wheel just coming around to the front wheel, and especially on the fast corners in the entry, we do not have the rear attacked to the ground. So yeah, we are suffering quite a lot, and yeah, maybe this rain it's a new story for us. But anyway, whatever is gonna happen, we are gonna try and we are gonna fight hard.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you.
Yeah, not bad out there. The safety car still flying around. Is now coming back into the pit lane then. It was also at the last couple of corners there, as you hear the pit lane klaxon going off, because it goes out every now and then, just takes a look at it. I don't think this is going to happen. Do you?
Neither do I.
Well, your guys at home and watching as well, do you think we're going to see a race today? I don't think we're going to see a race today for MotoGP. We've had two great races in Moto3 and Moto2. Moto2 was reduced for the track limit safeties, and it was reduced for MotoGP. It was a 27-lap race. It's now a 20-lap race when we get going. It's raining, humidity at 77%, ground temperature still at pit lane will now not open before 4 o'clock, so we've got the announcement 10 minutes early. We've got another 25-minute delay added onto the board, so the pit lane will not open before 4 o'clock. I think 4 o'clock was the cut-off point that we talked about, wasn't it? So we're nearly there. Don't think we're going to be here for very long in this one. There's a confirmation on the bottom of the screen, look. Here as well, the pit lane will not open before 4 o'clock. So they keep delaying, and I don't think we will have a start. Let's go through here again, the group chat, because M says Puang Haija is a ritual that the kids do in Indonesia to stop the rain so they can play. If every person on the planet right now did that, it might just work. The momentum of moving our arms like that might just blow the current of the wind away. If every human being on the planet did it. No, wind is controlled by gravity, isn't it?
What if we all jump at the same time?
Not that type of gravity.
Probably do
no,
something.
hang on. I'm being idiotic. It's the spin of the Earth, isn't it? I can't work it out. It's too early in the morning to do science.
I'm not sure. All I know for a fact is that the moon controls the waves. Yeah, tides.
Wind too? No, it can't do wind.
I mean, it's got to do something.
I don't know.
It's too early.
It's too early. Okay, you look that up. We've got nothing else to talk about, and it's too early in the morning to start talking about science stuff. Joe says as well, Joe Samiego, big boss at Grid Network, says, MotoGP Unlimited, seen it? No, I haven't seen it yet, unfortunately, due to covering everything, so I haven't actually seen that one. M says as well, Belgium 2021 deja vu, and I love what Kobe's just put. We need Darryl Waltrip's vortex theory. Indeed we do. Oh, I miss Darryl a lot, and his vortex theories as well. Look at that! Big cheers! Fabio Quartararo wanting everyone to cheer in the grandstands as well. Still no sign that this race is going to go on. I'm going to have to wait and feel until 4 o'clock. Megan, you've got information on wind.
Due to the Earth's rotation on its axis.
Yay! I did think it was about the Earth spinning on its axis. There we go. I did wonder what it was about. Let's hope we don't have to feel later on in Formula 1. We just get a quick race.
Also, the moving objects like airborne footballs and winds.
The what? Airborne
I don't know. All I know is it mentioned footballs.
Well, if it mentions footballs, it mentions footballs. Look how hard it's still raining. Look, this race is not going to happen, is it? This rain is set in. Now, let's have a look at radar. If I can get on of it. For Indonesia in Mandalika, where we are. And this rain is not going to stop for the next 2 hours. There is no chance this race is going to happen, is it? Absolutely no chance.
I'm going to look it up.
Yeah, Mandalika weather. Indonesia, Mandalika weather. It says light rain, apparently. Oh, it's Sunday, isn't it? So, scattered thunderstorms. Yeah. All day now, this rain's going to stay. So, I don't think we're going to see a pull-up of this.
It's still raining heavily at 4. And then at 5, it's still raining heavily. And then at 6, raining heavily. 7 thunderstorms. 8 thunderstorms. Raining heavily at 9.
That's past it. That's
It
past
passes at 10 o'clock.
way before sunset. So that's not going to happen.
And then it restarts an hour later.
Ugh.
And then carries on until 3 o'clock in the morning. And
Okay,
then
Neil. 2 seconds.
12
Neil
on
Hodson
Monday.
sent Gavin a bit of postcards because Gavin's got COVID and he FaceTimed him the other day. Let's listen.
Now then, mate, how you doing? You all right?
Now then, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Hey, we've all been worried about you. What's the situation?
Testing negative pretty much now, so that's all good.
Yeah, no, that's good.
What's it like then?
What's it like here? Oh, mate, honestly, you know how long the Indonesians have been waiting for a GP. The fans already, I have never, in all the years I've been involved, seen anything like it. Even arriving at the airport, there's thousands of people, the enthusiasm, and they are so friendly. Did you see in Jakarta?
Oh, it looked amazing. Looked ridiculous, really.
And it's not just that, it's all the fans that were there. The riders were being mobbed.
Absolutely wild, yeah. Oh, Marquez doing a burnout.
They're just that sort of up for it and enthusiastic. It's so nice to see.
What's the track like then, anyway?
What you can't believe is the track temperature, 67 degrees. Now, I've never seen a track temperature like that. And you can feel it when you're standing there. It just bounces up in your face. For the riders, it's going to be pretty tricky.
Ooh, that's too hot for me. That's far too hot. You've been busy then?
Yeah, I've been flat out. Usual interviews at the track most of the time. Not really. I was hoping I'd get a chance to really enjoy the island and, you know, see some of the sights, but...
Yeah, it's weird not being there, I have to say.
Mate, I am missing you so much. Think about this. It's the first one you've ever missed. Like, from day one when BT first started back in 2014, we've been at them all, so...
But you'd be having fun there.
No, it's not the same. It's not the same without you. Not at all. No. I mean, I get on with people, as you know, in the team, but...
Yeah, sure.
My wingman.
Take a look at this.
Without having you by my side, I feel a little bit lost. I'm not enjoying it. I'm not enjoying it at all. But a little bit, I don't know. It's all work and no play. You know what it's like. Well, you know better than anyone. You've done this job. Oh.
What's that? Is that a cockroach?
Yeah, that's what it's like out here, mate. It's a bit rural. Loving it, though. Look, I am going to have to go. Seriously, I've got to get my passes sorted out. So, all right, listen, I'm going.
Yep, okay, mate. Yep, I'll...
See ya, I'm going. Bye.
And where does he run to?
Chat later.
Neil runs to the beach where Susie Perry and Gil Montelli are in the sea. Kicks off his shoes, throws his phone, and into the sea he goes with Sylvain Guttoni and Susie Perry. That was a stark difference. They filmed that on Thursday, and right now pit lane is not opening before 4 o'clock because it is absolute monsoon season. And
it's
you've got news.
thunderstorming all week.
The
only day it's not thunderstorming, I think, is Wednesday.
We can't delay
But
until
that's
Wednesday.
heavy raining.
Can we delay this race until Wednesday? Really?
That's only if you don't want thunder.
Have we ever had a race on a Wednesday before from MotoGP? Obviously
It's
not.
still
no.
heavy rain.
Let's have a look at the chat as well. Sinthal says, poor Indonesians, they love motorsport and now they're going to miss this year's race because of rain. They should have organised it later on in the season, to be
Or
fair.
Thursday.
Yeah. The ideal thing would have been to have delayed the race or run it earlier in the day.
To check for weather.
Thing is, though, they knew the weather was coming. Why didn't MotoGP schedule this race this morning? They could have cancelled the warm-ups. Marquez would have still been in the race.
It would have been late at night, so I wouldn't have had to go up early.
Yeah, they would have had Moto2, we were in Moto3, Moto2, then MotoGP. I know, I would have had to single file do MotoGP commentary. That would have been entertaining as well. I used to do it single file before you rejoined last year, but would have been interesting. To do single file MotoGP commentary for 45 minutes. It would have been easy. A bit like when Jack Nicholls did that Formula E race in Berlin on his own because Alan McNish disappeared. Literally don't know what happened to Alan either. For everyone who is sticking with us, you are die-hard motorsport fans, let me tell you, because it's 7:44 in the UK. God knows what time it is around the rest of the world. And you are really doing the greatest job. And it looks like, Megan, the Indonesians are going to use this rain delay to their best because they're going to put on a show for us. They've got a marching band and music underneath. Let's listen.
Wilco, we're all waiting patiently to see what's going to happen, whether the race is going to happen or not.
Natalie!
Also hearing down here that
We don't
if
wanna
it
hear
does get
Natalie.
cancelled, we could race tomorrow. What are you being told? Is that how you understand the rule?
Well, I actually don't want to think about that. You know, we are ready to race, and I hope that we are able to race today. You know, it should stop raining, and for sure there is too much water now. But yeah, you know, when it's dark, we cannot ride anymore. But I did not hear anything from riding on Monday or Tuesday. I have to say, you know, Argentina is also coming up soon. So for me, we race today or not.
What are the riders saying to you? How are they feeling?
Yeah, the same. So, you know, they prepared for today's race, and if it's wet or dry, that's not a big issue. But yeah, to wait again, to go back to the hotel that we already have been checking out, and our flights are, of course, gone for tonight. This is not ideal. And we have 21 races, so if it's one less, it's one less. You know, safety first. And if you're not able to race, so be it. You know, for the fans, of course, it would be a drama. But yeah, when the water is so high, you cannot ride, you cannot race. You just can follow each other.
I imagine if we do go racing, Dovi's experience will play a huge part in that. How is Darren about it? Is he speaking to Andrea about it?
Yeah, of course, in the rain condition, yeah, it's difficult for everybody. So it also depending on what the rest is doing. I just wanted to say it's nice that there are no noise because we can have a good interview, but yeah, it's already too late. So yeah, mix fortunes. Of course, it's nice that we have a guy with experience and one without, but the result doesn't count for that. You know, everything can happen in the race.
And it is a new team, of course, with Andrea and Darren. It's only been one race, of course, and a couple of days here in Indonesia, but how would you evaluate things at the moment?
No, of course, result-wise, we were expecting a bit better from Andrea and himself as well. Qatar was a difficult one anyway for every Yamaha rider. We expected a better race here, and yeah, with Fabio on pole and also Andrea feeling better, we expected a better result. But yeah, so far the team is working very well, and we are anyway enthusiastic, and we still have fun, even then we want to have better results.
I appreciate your time, Wilco.
Thank you very much.
Okay, I must admit, this is well done to the Indonesian marching band as well, who have put on the bleachers here, have put on an absolutely fantastic display for everybody. That right there is how you handle a rain delay. Why don't we do this in the British Grand Prix? Fantastic display going on right now as well. Let's go over then down there to Synthol, who says, well, luckily it's an hour later here. Absolutely. But I'd just like to point out, the Formula 3 race gets underway in 58 minutes' time. So that could be interesting, because if that race isn't finished, then we definitely missed the Formula 3 feature race, which is going to annoy me, because if the race gets counted 5 laps in, that's really annoying me. We'll still be able I think we'll still do the Formula 2 feature live, so stay with us for that one. Kobe Lambeth says it's almost 4 a.m. on the East Coast in the USA. Blimey, you're up early. And Jay Samiega says we're all going to be sleep deprived by wrap-up following NASCAR. Forget sleep deprived, I'm going to have to be on an IV drip to sort of just keep me awake.
Do I have to do NASCAR?
No. I'm not commentating. No, it's a wrap-up show.
Good.
I don't think I'm commentating on NASCAR until Easter on USRN. Great plug that USRN will be having the show later on, and we'll be taking some of our broadcasts for a couple of laps to give us a preview of what's coming up as we take Formula One's commentary over on USRN. And of course, join us for the Grid Network shows all throughout the weekend here. We've got the preview show that was on yesterday, and then the wrap-up show is on tonight as well, for covering Formula One, IMSA, WEC, as well as Formula 1. We've got the Encore, which covers the Junior Series, Indy Lights, Formula 2, Formula 3. I'm on that tomorrow, well, Monday as well, with Ben and Brandon. It's going to be a great one as well. Megs, we're getting to the time now where we've got 10 minutes before we get an announcement. Do you reckon this race is going to go on? I don't think we have. Yeah. Cynthia says, I mean, if they haven't officially cancelled the race before it's pretty certain the race won't take place, you can come for F3, right? No idea, because we're contractually bound to once we started a race, we have to fit it through, especially with MotoGP. It's the reason we could do the watch-alongs. So we're a bit tricky on that side. But I might grab Megan's laptop. And we can...
Which is annoying since I have massive amounts of work to do today.
We can dual stream.
How's that going to help with me writing down loads of research methods questions for psychology?
I have no idea. Anyway, we'll see what happens with Formula. We might have to come back for MotoGP if we get a delay, because Formula 3 is only going to take like an hour or so.
That fog's so thick you can't see anything but grey.
It better be then watching MotoGP, waiting for the news. It's going to be cancelled. I know. It'll be better. I know, absolutely, but that's the problem. And, well, let me know. Yeah, so... new schedule. Pit lane opens at 4 o'clock. The race starts at 4:15. We're gonna get a race, ladies and gentlemen, and that means 15 minutes for a half-hour race. Oh, it's gonna be close. We're gonna have to go off here incredibly quickly, but the race is gonna start. We are gonna get a start to the Indonesian Grand Prix. It's gonna start at 4:15.
And the red flag will be at 4:16.
Yeah, a minute later. Right, we are gonna get a start finally in about 25 minutes time. Cynthia looks like you did. So that's cutting incredibly close to the start of the Formula 3, isn't it?
I'm not happy.
I'm not happy. That's incredible.
It's still going to be lightning. What if one of the drivers gets struck by lightning?
Well, they're going to go.
I don't think it's going to be lucky.
They're going to go for it. So
not a bike full with petrol.
We've had a 50-minute delay to this race, by the way. We've been talking like this, Megan, for an hour. Yeah, we've been talking like this for an hour, but the race is going to go. Yeah, the race is going to go.
You said no yesterday when I wanted to.
The good news is, don't worry, Cynthia. Don't worry, Cynthia. We'll still commentate on Formula 3. Don't know when though. It might be I tell you what. As soon as the checkered flag falls for MotoGP, it's a 20 lap. They might reduce the race distance yet. It's currently scheduled for 20 laps, but they might reduce it again. But still,
10.
I don't know what the lap time is. The pit lane will open at 4 o'clock. It will be a 15-minute start procedure. So we are going to get going. So there'll be no grid interviews, unfortunately. We'll go straight into the race. But we are going to start with Quartararo on pole, Martin second, Zarco third. Oh, yeah. Imagine they do a very short race so they can hand out points and red flag. Belgium! They've got to get to half distance then, which is 10 laps. They've got to do 10 laps.
Tell that to Belgium.
Yeah. Right, just a heads up, it looks like the Formula 3 race might not be covered live. We hope it is, but we're not too sure just yet. I need to find the official green flag lights time, because we might join on the formation lap at the moment, because that means we've got half an hour to cover the the MotoGP race before we get to Formula 3.
I just realised, if you have to take my laptop from
I don't think we will.
No, if you do, that means I get more sleep time.
Why?
Because I was in the middle of doing that work before I had to go to sleep.
Very well. 11:45 to 12:35. Okay, so the Formula 3 feature race might be delayed. Okay, so they'll actually race if it starts. Yes, they will race if it starts. They will race. There's no safety car, nothing. M says as well, only a couple of laps, then it's over. If it's like Belgium, I don't think so. Now, there's no rule like that in MotoGP. They have to complete a scheduled amount of laps to get some points. It's 5 laps for half points. That's simple. So 5 laps completed for half points.
That's like 5 minutes.
Because that's 1/3 race distance. Full points is after 50% of the race, and that's 10 laps. So they might run 10 laps and then red flag it.
That's fair. I hope they do that.
Well,
that's like a 10-15 minute race.
10 laps, 1 minute 40
well,
in the rain.
What's the timings been like?
We've never raced in the rain, so we've got no clue. We'll have to see what lap 1's like and then just go from there.
I can make an inference.
Yeah.
Just like that. FYI, my alarm is going to go at 8.
Synth, if I would love for you to do the start of the Formula 3, but you haven't got our graphics set, and I've got to control it on the computer, so I don't think we can. That's the problem we face. Megan's got the laptop, but it's not there, so I'm not sure what's going to happen yet. And also, we've got a problem where I can't use the splitter anymore to share the screen. So we've got to set that up. So it looks like the Formula 3 race is going to be cancelled for us. We'll show that tomorrow. Me and Synth will get together and do the commentary on it and get that put out for the feature race. The Formula 2 feature race will still be live, and then we'll have Formula 1 and IndyCar later if we can get round to it. Everything's such a mess today. They need to really organise their timings better because every motorsport series is now tripping over everybody else. It's not right, is it?
It really isn't right. It's like they can't get timings right.
Okay, coming back on then as well. Okay, well, let me know what's going to happen. What's going to happen, I think, Synth, is that we'll see where the race takes us for MotoGP, and then we will take an influence. I don't think Formula 3... I don't think we're going to cover Formula 3 live. We'll definitely cover Formula 2 live, and then we'll go back tomorrow and do Formula 3 again. Me and you will get on the comms and we'll sort that, because then hopefully I can do a screen share of the things and we can do it again. But right now, pit lane is open at 4 o'clock. Race starts at 4:15. Now, that seems a bit wrong to me. There's a 15-minute start procedure. They could have done a red flag start procedure where it's just a one-lap sighting and then going to the grid. They don't need this prep time. It should be a red flag start procedure where they get 60 seconds to leave the pit lane, line up on the grid, and then go. I don't get why it's like this. Pit lane will open at 4 o'clock, 15-minute start procedure. But at least we're going to get a race, but they're cutting it a bit close, aren't they? Because that leaves us at 5 o'clock to finish. And there's bound to be red flags.
There's thunderstorms happening at 5 o'clock. And
Yeah.
there's still meant to be massive thunderstorms at 4 o'clock.
I'm just taking the Formula 3 live stream off just in case. I don't want people waiting. So, Synthol, if you could do me a favour, please, mate. If you could go over to that video and just say delayed due to MotoGP rain, that would be appreciated. So I'm just going to take that time off at the moment because it's scheduled for half an hour, and that's not what's happening at the moment. So I'm just going to take that off from public and put it to private as well. So I'll say that because we've got to do that, haven't we? We could dual stream, but it doesn't work because how would you do it once? And you got to change the profile as well. Anyway, who do you think is going to win this race then, Megan? It's a completely...
Nobody.
No, you don't think it's going to happen. What do you think is going to happen then?
It's going to start thundering.
Do you reckon it'll happen? Do you remember Silverstone? Now, this is a long, long way back, but do you remember the first year you covered MotoGP at Silverstone?
So long ago.
2015. Do you remember...
That was back when I was 10 and I'm nearly 17 now.
Do you remember it rained on the formation lap and they all came into the pit lane and they had to red flag because it was only Marc Marquez who went to the grid? Same what happened with Lewis Hamilton.
Vaguely.
Yeah. So, there'll be no grid walk, but we are getting ready. So,
I don't remember that far back.
The race was delayed an hour. Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on. The Prague high jar worked. It did. That woman in the pit lane. That woman in the pit lane. Everybody in the paddock, all 1,300 of us, needs to buy that lady a drink.
Can we give her a medal?
She's given us a race. Round of applause. Round of applause. Well done. You are completely right there, Synthol. And sorry, you're completely right there, Em. Fantastic. Synthol is texting, I think. That's why I would say it's buzzing in my ear. Oh, it's not. It's... okay. We're all over the place. Em, you are completely right there, my friend. It worked. Susie Perry's cackling like a witch.
I was thinking that. Reminds me of a witch's cackle.
So, we are going to go green. We are going to get a start. There will be 5 red lights. They will go out and we'll head down to turn 1. It is still scheduled as 20 laps. You can see it on our screens. But we've been filling for an hour and 15 minutes at this point. What a fill. Well done. I'm proud. Especially you, Megan, on such low sleep.
I'm running on low sleep than you.
Do you want to say that again?
I'm running on less sleep than you, that's it.
You're running on more sleep than me.
How?
Because in the past 3 days, I've had a total of 6 hours sleep.
Yeah, though, how long was yesterday's sleep?
2 hours. 2 hours on...
Then why did you go to bed before me?
Because I couldn't get to sleep. I kept getting woken up.
You went to bed before me.
I went to bed at 8:30. No, 9 o'clock.
I went to bed at midnight.
That's your fault then. I told you not to. I told you. What was the last thing I said to you before I went to bed last night?
Go to bed early.
Go to bed early because it'll hit you in the morning. And what did you do?
I was doing psychology.
Okay. Anyway, right, we're going to put the handheld mics away soon and transfer over to headsets as well because it's nearly time to go green. As I said, it's going to be about another 15 minutes. Cynthia says she just went rain, dancing, and then clouds. And the track's dried out incredibly quickly. Do you know why it's dried out incredibly quickly? Because look at the humidity, 77%. Look at the track temperature. The ground is at 38 degrees. It's still raining at 29, but it's Johan Zarco. Yeah, Johan Zarco is out there. And the sighting lap is underway. And we are go. All the riders, look, cars, bikes on a track. It's here. It's happened. We're going to get a race. An hour later than planned, but we're going to get a race. We could have shown both. In this time we've been filming, we could have shown both the Moto3 and the Moto2 races. They are recorded, but it's not edited. So it would have been Gavin Emmett and me commentating over him and getting it a bit wrong. And also the Moto3 start's a bit dodgy. Look at this. Bikes on a circuit. The 25 heading out there as well.
Why is there
of Rafa Fernandez.
sign?
Wet race, sorry.
Does that mean it's going to start in 5 minutes?
No, I think it's the board for saying 15-minute start procedure. Or what? How long's to go? Yeah, 15 minutes now. The sighting lap is underway. Right, let's see what the track's like then. Pit lane closes in 4 minutes.
Oh, that's what the 5-minute sign meant.
Yeah, pit lane closes with the red flag at the bottom. So we're on board with Fabio Quartararo. What do you think of the track? Oh, there's a lot of standing water, Megan. They haven't swept the track, so the track's dry, but not much.
Josh.
all right. Not yet. It's not there, but on the track itself, there's a lot of standing water. It's dangerous in the second and third sectors.
The sea was on the screen. I had no choice.
Yes, I can understand. There's not much. Actually, there's little to no spray on the racing line until they get to the fastest part of the track, where there's a lot of standing water.
Woohoo!
I've got a. Okay, this isn't as bad. This is about the same level of water as what we usually would have.
Crash? Very hopefully not.
I've no idea. This is about the same amount. Oh, we got riders going side by side. Please don't fall. Please don't fall. Come on, guys. Just keep it together.
Morbidelli.
On Cynthia says, on Ziggo, they're still showing a replay of the Moto2 race. Well, this is the sighting lap, so it's not actually the start of the race.
Morbidelli.
Zarco's coming into the pit lane. Morbidelli's going to crash. Oh, well done. He's got a penalty. Zarco's coming in. I think he's going to go do another lap, Megan. I think several riders are coming into the pit lane now as well. Zarco, Jorge Martin, Johan Mir, Alex Rins, Dovizioso Sadovi, they're all coming down pit road as well to do another sighting lap.
Polo Spargro. They're behind each other.
Oh, that's going to be interesting down to turn one. So they're all going to do multiple sighting laps, Megan. Do you reckon this is just a racing to see the track conditions, really? Just seeing where to go on the track and where not to go?
Yes, and I just picked two people who were behind each other.
And 4 laps to go for the replay MotoGP. They've shown the whole race waiting for the MotoGP race to start. 4 laps. That's around about 8 minutes. So you've got plenty of time. So Ziggo have actually done brilliantly there.
3-minute warning.
Yeah, you can see it on the bottom of the screen. Look for the start procedure. So we are going to get a race here for MotoGP. Fabio Quartararo just launching into pole position. It's easy to remember. Forget, actually. He's on pole, but the grid, for the first time in over 2.5 hours, has bikes on it. And the problem is, Megan, as well, it's a brand new surface. It's only 6 months old. And then they went over and they resurfaced the start line. And then they resurfaced several other parts of the track 4 weeks ago. So this track surface is already vastly different. And it's only 7 months old.
Saudi Arabia then.
Yes, exactly. And there's no grip. There's zero grip. Which is surprising. And that's why, look at the humidity, 77%. Air temperature, 29.
Dyed his hair.
Yes, he has. He's now blonde. He's super blonde now. Yeah. Platinum edition, yeah. If you want to switch over to your headset, by the way, and we'll get ready to cross over.
It's only a short race.
What do you mean?
I don't have to hold it for that long.
No, it's headsets for commentary.
I don't know what to do anymore. You're the one who does this.
It's handhelds for presenting, headsets for commentary.
I'm gonna throw this.
Yeah, just swap over.
1 minute warning.
until the pit lane closes. All right, we'll switch over at the pit lane closing then.
Yes.
Brad Binder is just changing over as well. He's having another issue. I'm just taking my ears out, getting ready for it as well. Green lights are on all around the circuit for the first time, as it's still scheduled for 20 laps though, Megan, is it? So that's surprising me that they haven't reduced it at all. Maybe
They read it.
maybe 18 laps though would have been easier.
Maybe 10.
Well, 10
And half distance would have been 5.
Yeah, so this is an interesting one. Can't wait for the F1 race, by the way. We've been lucky to be able to watch the F1 quality with the brilliant commentary of Olaf Moley. Olaf, he's still there. Olaf for us is a character in...
Frozen.
Yes.
He's a snowman.
Is the pit lane
Talking
closed
on.
yet, Megs?
No.
No, pit lane still hasn't closed, which is surprising me. As they come through. Right, here's the starting grid then. Fabio Quartararo lines up on pole position. Jorge Martin starts second. Johan Zarco is third. The second row of the grid, Brad Binder starts fourth. And Enea Bastianini, the championship leader, starts fifth. And Francesco Bagnaia starts in sixth. Rows 3 and 4, Miguel Oliveira alongside Alex Rins and Jack Miller. Aleix Espargaro, Fabio Di Giannantonio and Luca Marini. Rows 5 and 6 of the grid further down. Positions 13, 14, 15 as well. Marco Bezzecchi, Franco Morbidelli and Paul Espargaro. 16th, Andrea Dovizioso, Johan Mir and Alex Marquez in P17 and 18. And then on rows 7 and 8 on the grid, it's Maverick Vinales, 19th, Raul Fernandez, Remy Gardner, Darren Binder is 22nd, and Takiki Nakagami in 23rd. No Marc Marquez after crashing in the warm-up session. He's suffering with a concussion. He's been flown back to Barcelona as well, with no idea if he'll actually race in 2 weeks' time in Argentina. Megan Burch alongside me in the commentary box. We're going to switch over to the headsets in a second, but...
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure it's closed now.
Yes, what a race, though. We're looking forward to it. We've been waiting for an hour and a half. We're going to go racing. Natalie.
Race, how confident are you with the tyres that you have here?
Yeah, we work for dry condition all weekend, and now it's wet. And the best solution is medium front and medium rear. This is the more consistent, and because the track temperature is quite high, is around 25, 26. With the medium, you avoid to overheat on the right side of the rear tire. So I think full grid they will be with this solution.
Thanks, Piera.
Okay, you're welcome.
Here we go then, folks. It's time to get going. Are you all right, Megan?
It's too loud. It's all too loud.
It's the same headset as we always have it.
It's too loud.
It's just that you haven't had ears on for the past 2 hours.
It
so
was
it's like-
also too loud yesterday. I forgot to mention.
Well, I don't know how it's too loud considering I'm not doing anything. How's that? Any better?
I think it's you messing with all those yesterday.
I haven't, well, maybe. How's that? Too loud.
That's worse.
How's that?
I don't know. You have, that's
Yeah.
a little bit of a... You're constantly loud, but I accept that by now.
I'm always constantly loud. Have you
You know,
not?
when he was on the lowest, he was loud.
Yes. Anyway, we are going to get ready then for a start procedure. Well, we have been having a lot of issues with this bus mixer recently. It's not breaking. I think the lead's a bit damaged. So, just to confirm it to you at the moment, as things stand, the Formula 3 feature race, we will not be covering that live. We'll have to cover that in a full race replay coming up soon as we come through. And Megan is just going to nip out to get her laptop because I've remembered we're going to need that to record the timing screen. So Megan's going to run off and get that and bring it in. As well as she might not actually come back, knowing her. Yeah, you better come back. I'm not doing this race on my own. I've waited for ages at this one. 8 minutes then passed as Alex Rins there. 3 wins, 13 podiums, 0 pole positions as well. He starts on the grid in P8. He's 7th in the championship at the moment. I want to say, didn't have to actually eat the family circle biscuits, so they'll get saved in case we have a red flag at another point today. So here's an update for you, as I said. We are not covering the Formula 3 race live. That'll be done in a full race replay. Me and Cynthia will do the commentary for that tomorrow. And the Formula 2 race will be covered live. So we'll still be covering Formula 2's feature live as well. Apologies for that. But obviously, MotoGP, as a premier class race, takes the priority as it's a world championship event and one of our flagship shows as well. That will take it. But I want to say a massive congratulations to everybody who has stayed with us throughout this red flag period. You're going to get rewarded with a very exciting and a very dramatic race indeed. in the championship. Enea Bastianini is the championship leader. He won the race last time out. What is he going to do here today? Starts, as I said, down on the grid in P5. Plenty of opportunities for him to have some action. Alicia Spargo starts 10th on the grid. Still no wins. Nearly had it last time out, of course, in Qatar. The virtual fan wall, they've all been sitting there waiting for ages. Joe Samioga says this is going to be a good one as well. Cynthia says as well, he's commentating on a radio thing. They've updated it with a sidecar so we can sync it with the screen. We'll be able to watch it with the race too. Oh, fabulous. Well done. Megan's back with her laptop, so I'll load it up so I can get it ready. Did you get your charger as well? Sorry.
You never asked me for my charger.
Go get the charger. I'll load it on. Fabulous Antonio there in his second MotoGP race. It's his first wet race. 3 minutes to go until the formation lap.
Shut any tab down.
I'm not going. Off you go. Off you go. Off you go. Ta-ta. You go get what I need on that. Formula 3 live timing. See, I'm always prepared. Always got Megan's laptop to help us series so we get the live timings that we need. But we are going to go racing for this one as well, which I think is all going to be brilliant. Medical information. Marc Marquez, 93, has been declared unfit for the Indonesian Grand Prix due to a head concussion sustained in warm-up. Very unfortunate. He won't be racing with us today, but we send our best to him, and hopefully he will be back with us soon. Get well soon, Mark. You are very missed up here in the paddock, and hopefully you will be back with us shortly. So here we go then for the start of this race. It's going to be very, very dramatic indeed. As we get ready, the grid beginning to clear. There's only a couple of minutes to go. 5 minutes to race start. Absolutely. Joe Samioga says this is going to be a good one. This is going to be one of the best races we're going to see in a long, long time. Can't wait for this one to get going. Start procedure will be underway. So hold on to your hats. If you're wearing a hat, that is. As everything gets ready on the screen now. Just the cars coming in, bikes coming in as well. Now, what tyre compound they're going to go on? There's two versions of the wets. Soft wets or medium wet tyres as well. It's a question of which one they're going to head on to for the first time. Megan, we're here. We're ready for MotoGP's premier race. We've been waiting an hour and a half. Stand by in Indonesia. It's been a long delay, over 90 minutes, but we are getting ready to go green. Here we go. The starting grid we've gone through. Fabio Quartararo has the pole position. Megan Burch alongside me in the commentary box. Megs, we're in for a classic race. They've had no wet running on this circuit, no wet running so far this year, and now they're going to go out there for 20 laps. It's going to be great. Oh, sorry, say again.
Do you reckon there's going to be a lot of crashes? And I just ate a Jaffa cakes.
A lot of crashes? Yes. Yes, I do think there's going to be a lot of crashes. This is going to be crash mania in this race, and I am still here. I'm just
it's starting
getting
to
this
feel
lit.
a little warmer.
Is it?
Yeah, I've been freezing for the past hour.
Just as the race starts. Look at that, though. Look how wet it is on the start-finish rate as well. You're wondering where I plug it in, aren't you?
Yeah.
There's a plug at the back. Mind over, I need to switch over here. The warming up.
Seats.
The warm-up starts. Away we go then on the parade lap. And the racing begins now.
Oh, let's study how they are.
Yeah, into turn number one. Quartararo gets ahead.
Slow.
Championship standings. Take us through it, Megs.
Bastianini's first with 25. Binder's second with 20. Polisbargro's third with 16, I think it was.
Yeah.
And then it's Alicia Spargo. I can't remember what he was at number-wise.
Alicia Spargo down then on the field as things currently stand on the board.
How long are you going to be needing my laptop?
Not long.
How long?
Not long.
I need a time.
About an hour after the... about an hour. It's around about 45 minutes plus one lap. So not long at all. And plus it's not yet anyway. We'll let you know when the race starts, so don't worry. Look at the track, Megan. It looks very, very dark out there as well. Oh, hello as well.
It looks very much
Kibasha, Indonesia. Back
Battle
to
of
Indonesia, yeah. It's been 25 years since Indonesia last hosted a MotoGP race.
Jeez, I've been waiting.
Yes. Who will take the spoils in Mandalika? Looking good.
That beach looks like Battle of Bay.
As you see as well. Track looks okay. 62,923 people are here today. First winners at new circuits: Andrea Duinoni, Austria 2016, Marc Marquez in Thailand, Argentina, and America as well. Let's just see what today's going to bring. Quartararo, we're hitting this part of the track now. Looks very dangerous. Do you reckon we're going to see a red flag?
Yeah.
I think we're going to see a red flag. But then again, I'm hopeful. They look like they can race. They're all going out there okay. There's a lot of spray up in the air. We'll be on this screen as well, mainly throughout the race.
Do you reckon it's going to be lightning?
Could be. Could be indeed.
What happens if one of the riders gets struck? I mean, they've got full of petrol.
Do you remember Danny Pedrosa's bike when it got struck?
No.
In Austria, fire across the track?
Was he okay?
He was fine. Stand by then, here in Indonesia. It's been 25 years. We've had to wait an additional hour and 20 minutes. The first Indonesian race in 25 years is under starters orders. 5 red lights on. Action in Mandalika. Great start for Quartararo. Jack Miller again having that jumping problem he had in Qatar. Walls of spray as they head down towards turn 1 for the first time. And on the inside, Miguel Oliveira takes second. Rins has come through. Rins has come to second. We've got riders dropping already in the middle of the field. I think they're just falling back. They're not used to the conditions. Rins on the inside. Jorge Martin fighting back. Oliveira takes second. Rins hits the puddles and somehow makes it through. Already, Bastianini's gone out wide. Think he's dropping further back in the field as well as they swing down the hill for the first time. A lot of bumping and brawling as well, but they've made it through the spray, Megan, for the first time. That's the crucial point. The track's not going to dry out. They're on this for now for 20 laps. No jump starts. Quartararo leads from Oliveira. Miller third. Look at Mia closing on the back of Binder. Sorry to cut across you there as well.
They seem to be doing okay. Vinales.
That's Mia on the inside. Mia's past Bagnaia. Alicia's dropped down. Bastianini. Bastianini started 5th. He's way down the field right now.
He's 13th.
He's down to 13th. The two Promax switching positions. Jorge Martin now being passed by his teammate of Johan Zarco. They move up the field already. Lap 1 of 20. 20 to go, as you can see on the timing screens as well. And there's just a wall of spray around. Dovizioso passes Binder. Fernandez has dropped down. Nakagami's past the other Binder. Darren Binder further back as well.
You're saying everything I'm about to say.
Sorry, it's all getting confusing out there.
Morbidelli passes Martin.
Paul Espargaro's up to 9th as well, as this is all getting a bit confusing. And Quartararo's having an error. Quartararo's slow on the last corner as they hit the spray on the start line. And Miguel Oliveira doing exactly what he did in Austria last year. He hits the front. Brilliant. As up the inside comes Jack Miller. And Miller, yes, the Aussie Greek goes through. But Quartararo's on the inside. They touch. They nearly fall off. My goodness me. And Miller goes through. Beat that, he says, with a big punch to the back.
Who's going to crash?
No idea. They've all made it through, surprisingly enough. What a barnstormer. As they come through.
Calm.
Can you stay calm in this? It's going to be a great race. As they come through. Morbidelli's up into 8th place as well.
Right, so... Everyone's actually getting faster.
Miller's going for the lead!
You won't get it.
And Miller leads! Aussie hits the front! Yes!
How is everyone leading in such harsh conditions?
Jack Miller takes the lead. He hits the front. Oliveira and Quartararo. Oliveira's slow. Quartararo thinks about it on the inside, down into turn 11. Hasn't paid off. No fallers as of yet.
How is everyone getting faster?
No, they're getting used to the conditions. Not bad at all, is it, at the moment?
Nakagami gets passed by Binder down further back.
I was convinced we'll have a red flag at this point. We still could.
So was I.
19 laps to go. What was that last lap time? We don't know. They haven't told us. Oh, that was great, isn't it? On the board. Let's open up the chat room then with the tweet deck as well with the graphics at the bottom. Not yet. Not way not yet. About another 20 minutes or so. Right, it's a 141.9 they're doing their lap times in. So 141 with 18 to go. Calculate.
What was it again?
141.9, so about 142s. They're doing their racing. Miller with the fastest lap, the only man in the 141s. Miller and that Ducati hitting the front big time there. 141.964, as I said. As they swing down, there's a lot of standing water. Somehow the motorcycles are dealing with it really well, which is great to see. Everyone now hitting red sector times. Everyone's going to set much faster lap times when it is needed as they hurtle down as well. No sign as well of a red flag, which is great. It's only going to take half hour.
30.6.
We might just be able to cover then. We might just then be able to cover the next race of Formula 3. We'll stand by as Rins on the inside. Rins going for the move on the inside. Has he taken him? He has. Rins goes through. Fabulous move on the inside. And Quartararo's fighting back. Quartararo stays ahead. Rins drops back. Wow, what tremendous couple of corners that was. Quartararo's not letting go of the podium, is he? He's fighting everybody out there today. As it seems, Megan, the spray's getting worse in the back half of this track.
Well, it would do. It was meant to get even heavier. And yeah, they decided, you know what, let's go out.
They've got a race at least. Zarco closing in as well. As round the outside, Rins trying to go on Quartararo again. Not working as they come into turn 15. That loops into the hairpin of 16. Down in the last corner then, T17. It's a left-hander. Jorge Martin down in 8th position as things currently stand as well. Wall of spray. That's terrifying down the straight.
Is being followed by Rins and Zarco very closely right now if you look around this corner.
Yeah, they are indeed. Look at this.
So it tells me he's going to go a little bit too wide.
Oh, is he going for it as well? Rins, and that's Rins past. So Quartararo's down to 5th. Rins through to 3rd. Zarco through to 4th. And Quartararo starting to fall back. So the pole sitter is really having a bad time of it. He did not want the rain to happen. He was much faster in the dry. Let's take a look at it. Coming out the last corner. And did he have a high side? No, he was just so slow off the last corner, Megan. He got swamped either side by Rins and Zarco.
He was. And it's Binder and Bastianini just got both passed simultaneously, so they must be close.
Look at Oliveira. He's keeping with Jack Miller as well. The top two beginning to form a breakaway group. They're 2.4 seconds ahead of Alex Rins at the moment as well. Now 2.1, so that gap coming down. But Miller and Oliveira, the fight we want to see here as well. A lot of standing water coming out of turn 11 into the turn 12 and 13. This section always reminds me of Aragon through that part of the track. It's the same downhill braking spots we see. Dovi's been passed. Dovi's been passed by Marini. So Marini goes to 11th. Dovi goes down to 12th place as things stand. Oh, it's getting close. Miller's on the brakes as well, trying to get that bike stopped to the Ducati, but the KTM is so much faster in these conditions. Do you remember 2021, Brad Binder taking the win in Austria when the rain came down? He did that on slick tyres.
This is all very nerve-wracking because I think everyone's just going down every single time I see this change around.
Fernandez passed by Bastianini, and Aleix Espargaro passes Marquez as well, so Bastianini's down to 20th, Megan. The championship leader started 5th, down to 20th. It's a wall of spray on the start-finish straight as well. Where do you go? Where do you brake? What's happened to Martin? What's happened to him across the line? Oh. Gets a big kick of oversteer on the white line when he was on the accelerator, hit the curb as well.
He hooked the bike after.
He did. Fantastic done. I was surprised that didn't end up in a high side.
He's very, very lucky just then. There is rain on the camera, so it's officially raining again.
Yeah, Cynthia says, is it still raining or just wet track? It's still raining. We're just seeing through the rain on the camera lens, but it's still raining out there. It's not as heavy rain, but the track is certainly wet because you can see the rain droplets bouncing off the surface as well as Miller is holding against Oliveira. These guys just have no fear, don't they? They're staying there. Oliveira certainly doesn't have any fear. Up the inside at turn 12, and Oliveira leads here in Indonesia.
And he's He's going fastest.
Unbelievable. He's fastest. Oh, Miller nearly dropped it. He dropped it. He saved that on his kneecap. He saved that on his kneecap. My goodness, that was a big one. As well as they come through. Oliveira leads, Miller second as well as the race currently stands. With 16 laps to go. So we've done 5 laps in the space of 9 minutes. That counts, doesn't it, Megs? 5 and 9. So it's 9, 18,
so 36.
36 minutes, which means, yeah, we're just off the pace. So we're going to be missing it by 6 minutes, the start of the Formula 3 race. We might get there, we might not. Who knows? 15 laps to go. And who's that off? Is that Miller? Oh, it's Bagnaia. It's okay, it's Bagnaia's run wide. Pepe Bagnaia has run wide down on the track, so he's outside now. What's happened? Replay. It's down at turn 1. He hit the damp patch in the puddle, Megan, and nearly had a high side.
Ooh.
Now, looking at that, are they going to stop the race? Consider no, everyone else is racing okay.
They
But
better. That's happened twice in a lap.
that's what I'm thinking. That's 2 riders have had issues, and how long before they can't save it? It's still very dangerous conditions out there.
They're lucky they've just caught this in a section that's not thunderstormy. Why is Espargaro going down a bit too far?
Martin's to 7th. Which one? Pole or Aleix? Pole is down to 11th
He's
place.
got past twice.
Yeah, he's been passed by Marini and Binder. I think that is an actual overtake. They were very close on the track. Oliveira's beginning to check out to Jack Miller. The gap now is at a second as they hit the damp part. Jack Miller loving these conditions. Remember, he won a race very similar to this, the TT Assen race in 2016 as well. His first victory there as well, and he was absolutely electric that day.
The weather has updated.
Yep.
It's light rain right now, so at 5 it's going to be heavy rain, and so same at 6, and then it's going to be thunderstorms continuously.
Oliveira brings it down to a 140.1. Miller, the next guy on the track, has done a 140.7. So Oliveira is 0.6 of a second faster than the rest of the field.
Also, the only day now where it's not thunderstorms is Friday.
Well, let's hope we can finish this race then. 14 laps to go. Synthel says all aquaplaning equals no go. And that's what's happening. They're all hitting the decks and aquaplaning, and it's just about being survivable. As they switch over, we're now watching Luca Marini. He's 9th at the moment. Any rain expected for the Bahrain Grand Prix too? No rain, but it did actually spittle of rain a couple of days ago. Rain in the desert does happen, but it's once in a very, very, very blue moon. Do you remember
it
Abu
always
Dhabi?
seems to resolve around motorsport.
Do you remember Abu Dhabi? It had a wet race a couple of years ago, 2018, something like
Which
that.
is surprising.
Yeah, very surprised we had a wet race there. Was it 2019? It's one of the two where the rain actually fell in the desert as well. It does happen, but it's very rare that happens. Oh, and Dobby's down. Dobby's down. Dobby's down on the deck for sure. And Fabio Giantonio is maybe there. Dobby's dropped down 3-4 places, unless he's run wide on an aquaplane moment.
Run wide because he
is he still circulating? Yeah, so Dobby's gone wide in sector 3, and he's lost a load of... No, he's now slow. No, Dobby's crashed. Dobby's down.
He's down.
Yeah, and there he is. Look, he's slow. So we've got a yellow flag out. So Dobby, I think, has had a bike cut out, maybe. He's not crashed, but he's dropped down the order. So I reckon that's an engine cutout from what it's looking like as they come through.
It looks like it.
So yellows are still
First out.
Yeah, and it's not due to an accident. It's not due to hitting the deck or anything. It's just purely on the bike not handling. Maybe it's got waterlogged, the With You Yamaha as well, which used to be, of course, the Petronas Yamaha until they backed out last year. Ralph Fernandez and... Oh, big one!
Oh!
That's going to be down at turn 1.
Martin!
And, yeah, that's a big one. He's okay, but that's down to the first corner, and I'd get out of there. I'd get out of there, because if one can go down, they can all go down. Remember Silverstone in 2018 in the practice?
He's dazed.
Yeah, let's take a look. Did he get tagged by Morbidelli, or has he just hit the brakes? Hits the same part!
Oh, Morbidelli was lucky then.
Morbidelli was very lucky, and Jorge Martin hit the same part that Dovizioso did, that same puddle on the start line, and just brought him down like a shot. No chance at saving that one as well.
Is he okay?
It looks okay, which is great. The bike's destroyed. I'm surprised.
2 and 30 seconds.
Yeah, I'm surprised this race is actually still going to continue. The yellow flags are out, by the way, so no sign of the red just yet, but we're keeping an eye on it. Oliveira's setting red sector times. He's finding it fine. The good thing is, it's okay in the second and third sector. It's that first sector that's the problem.
Hey, at least he got to experience a slide.
Water sliding.
Yeah, because at that point it's not gravel, I don't think. It's just like...
It was tarmac until the gravel, yeah.
You have the door open.
No. Cynthia says, but if we... if they start by a minute or 3, you can pause the TV pictures, right? Then we can capture our live reactions. That's up to you. No, because I can't do that either because the TV pictures, it's on the same box, so I can't pause it because it's not being recorded. So that's a bad decision on our front as well, but maybe that's a possibility, actually. Good thinking there, Cynthia.
Paul?
Yeah, Paul's dropping.
Paul?
Has he crashed?
Don't do it.
Well, here is Paul. And he's been passed. I'm not seeing any problems. Vinales and Gardner, they're dropping a couple of positions. Nakagami's gone through. I think they're all lifting through turn 1.
They better be.
Yeah, I think they're lifting.
They're all giving me a fight of my life.
Fabio's down the order as well. Hang on a minute. Yeah, they are moving. Okay, this is very interesting. What happened to Paul Espargaro? Oh, he too. He too nearly had a moment. It's that start-finish rate. The new tarmac, it's causing so many problems out there. Yellow flags have finally been rescinded. So we're back to green flag running, if you can believe it. Oliveira, 1:39.801. Someone's down, I think. I can hear in my ears. Someone sound like an engine crawling. Can't hear anything at the moment. So everyone still looks like they're circulating. Big kick of oversteer for Miller just behind. Looks like everyone's still running on the track. Yes, they are. Dovy's stopped in Sector 3, but he's out of the race.
Gardner's a little bit behind.
Yeah, so Dovy's out. Martin is out of the race then. 2 retirements with 12 to go. We're 9 laps down, and we've been running for 15 minutes.
Do not do this. Good.
Yeah, so it's getting a bit dangerous now, isn't it? You don't really know what you don't really want to go for it, but you don't really want to say, "Oh no, please go for an accident." Dovey is stopped with technical issues as well, so Dovey is out of the race. Now actually Jorge Martin says to have repassed him. Yeah, Dovey was the first retirement, so it's just reorganised itself on the timing screen. So Dovey's out. Now, is anyone else going to hit the deck down at turn 1? They're all braking at the same point at the puddle. If you brake just after the puddle, it's too late. So it's a question of where do you brake into turn 1? Your braking line has got a massive running water on it, so where do you stop? They could have swept the track before because there's loads of standing water, and it's so dangerous on the MotoGP back. I'm surprised they've let this race start, to be fair. I think the pressure of it being the first Indonesian Grand Prix back has maybe got to them. Yeah.
Quicken.
Because this is not exactly great conditions, but Miguel Oliveira for Red Bull KTM, he is checking out at the front. He is 2.4 seconds ahead of Jack Miller with a tremendous amount of gap and running order at the moment as well. Fastest middle sector goes to Zarco, 40.028, so he's closing up on his lap times now. It's all go, isn't it, Megs?
I'm just checking who's the most likely to pass each other. And it's... if one of those are not the next to move, then I know it's probably a crash or a wobble.
Yeah. Oh, and Vinales has passed Nakagami, but Nakagami's still circulating apparently on the track, so he's okay. Oh, hang on a minute. Nakagami's repassed Marquez. Vinales, sorry. So they're switching over positions left, right, and centre as they come through.
Well, they are 2,000th away from each other.
Indeed. 11 laps to go in this race then at the moment as they swing back around. We're watching the battle with Rins and Zarco, 3rd and 4th. At the moment, Zarco gets a little bit wide, squirts the accelerator back as well, just keeps it on. As they head down, Zarco does a 1:39.2, so the fastest laps are coming down. That braking spot for the water still catching out so many if they're not careful. Not yet. As they come through. 10 minutes. As they come through.
So, quarter
to, yeah. That's when the green flag's supposed to go out. As, Zarco closing in as well. This is such a delicate race right now, isn't it? It's such a damaging situation right now. And there, Jorge Martin out of the race. Zarco closing in behind Alex Rins now as well for P3. Rins on the podium. Who would have predicted that, especially after the fire he had in free practice 4 and what we were saying, he was struggling a lot in Qatar. Rins doing incredibly well and he's catching Jack Miller as well. But you've got Zarco in the Pramac Ducati right behind him, waiting. Is that a mistake by Miller? Miller lost a load of time there. Did you see? It's like he straight lined the corner. So Miller, Miller having a problem. And here comes Zarco at the inside of Rins for third. Zarco just much more comfortable through that part of the track and goes up as well. Is that Binder passing Pol? Yes.
Passing each other just makes me really nervous.
So Darren Binder passes Pol Espargaro, and now Darren Binder has Aleix Espargaro ahead of him. Meanwhile, Darren Binder's brother, Brad Binder, is up in 9th place.
Why are there so many damn brothers, and why do they all have to seem to stick together?
Well, don't you know, it's Moto Bro. That's one of the best lines I've said. That's the line of the season right there. Right. Look, even Hodges just said it. The Binder brothers moving up the field quite nicely now. They're both in the points at the moment. Oliveira has a 3.4 second advantage as Rins starts to close in again on Johan Zarco. And it's still looking good. 5/10 now Zarco has on Miller.
It's calmed a little bit.
Yeah, the rain has stopped as well, which is great to see. It says it's raining, but it's still light. But the track is still incredibly damp. There's no dry lines, but there is there's a racing line appearing, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. So people actually know where to go now.
Yeah, which is great.
So they do keep going past puddles.
Yes.
They keep going right next to the puddle.
9 laps to go then in this race, which is fab to see.
I think this is the driest bit of the track.
Back out of sector 2, out of turn 10.
Because it's a hill.
Yeah, it's at the top of the hill, right next to the sea, so it is actually the driest. They all sort of sinks back down. Look here at the exit. So as soon as so that is the driest part of the track, and then you just bang here. Yeah.
See what I mean about them constantly going next to the puddle?
Yeah, they've got no choice. It's the racing line. They're really struggling with it as well, and it's just literally you're racing on a knife's edge. The tyres are so tiny, and it's that or oblivion. You are racing on a knife edge.
It's like spinning a plate on a stick.
Fast lap of the race is Johan Zarco, 139.200. He has the fastest lap. Oliveira is doing 139.2s.
That's good.
Oliveira crosses the line to start lap number 13 of this race. 8 to go.
Why isn't there a red yet?
I think they're going to finish it. Unless something bad happens, they're going to finish it, which is great. Zarco does a 1:38.935, and Quartararo is going for the gap on Rins now as well. Late on the brakes into turn 4, and Quartararo goes to 4th, and Rins sends it around the outside, trying to get the cut back as Quartararo went a little bit too deep. It didn't pay off there, Megan, as Darren Binder has passed Aleix Espargaro.
Seriously. Okay, now we've got the Espargaro brothers together.
Yeah, and if Bagnaia gets out of the way, it's Binder, Espargaro. And then Marquez is there as well. If Marquez got out of the way, if Mark was racing, was down in 14th, it would be Binder, Espargaro, Marquez, but it's not the way at the moment.
Bagnaia is really ruining it.
Yeah, and Zarco is closing up on the back of Jack Miller as well. So factory Ducati second, Pramac customer Ducati in third. And it's the customer team that's hunting down the factory team. Happens again and again. That Pramac is so fast this season.
If Rossi was still doing this, we could put his brother in there.
Rossi and Marini, yeah. Brother. Sounds like a Batman thing.
Yeah.
Doesn't it, at the start line? 8 to go. Lots of puddles still at the back half of the track. But this race is starting to calm down. And at least we've actually got a race, which means we've got some World Championship points to give out.
I just realised Marini has the same colours as his brother.
Vinales has passed Bezecchi for 17th, so that's something we've missed as a super replay. Look at that shot from Dorna.
Look at all the water going off the tyre.
And this is Jack Miller. And look at this, super slow-mos as well. Beautiful shots we're seeing. And this, look at Fabio Quartararo. His eyes locked in on the corner, not on where Zarco is.
That's dedication.
Yeah, 2 very different riding styles there as well as they come through. This race, we've been on air now for 2 hours and 27 minutes. Well done for getting up this early and staying with us. It's been worth it as well. The Formula 3 race, by the way, as I said, will be on tomorrow. We can't delay it, so the Formula 3 race will be on tomorrow for the feature. We'll do a complete rerun of that as well. The Formula 2 race will still be live. So don't worry about that as well. I think Synth's going to have to watch the race twice and just do the commentary on it. Or you can bow out, Synth, and I'll grab somebody else to do the commentary. No worries at all, mate, because we've got you on later for the F2 still. And now, look at this. Zarco, Megan, closing in completely on Miller.
No one's crashed in a while.
No, they haven't, has it? Remy Gardner is down at the back still. He's fighting Nakagami. Them two had a moment down at turn 1, didn't they? And that's it, really. Everyone else has been very well behaved. I thought it would be a little bit more.
I don't want them to be well behaved.
I want them. I thought there'd be more action. I must admit.
At least one more crash.
It is still a great race because this is great for traction as well as. Oh, look at this. Oliveira still checked out at the front, 4 seconds ahead. Moto 3, the rider at the front, checked out. Moto 2, the rider at the front, checked out. MotoGP, the rider at the front, checked out. It's a circuit where the leaders just aren't there as well as they come through.
Oh my God, it's Binder.
It's Binder. Darren Binder has passed brother Brad Binder.
We've got Binder.
What's happened to Bagnaia? Because he's dropping. It's Bagnaia that's dropping because now Aleix Spargo has gone into 11th.
He's still going.
But is Paulo Spargo going to pass Bagnaia?
For a moment, we had Binder, Espargaro.
Yeah, but that's my point. Yes, Bagnaia!
There's something wrong with him.
He's dropped down, and here we go.
No, it's Binder, Espargaro.
It's Binder. It's Binder 9th, Binder 10th, Espargaro 11th, Espargaro 12th. Brilliant! We've been waiting for that. And Bagnaia, I think, just got swamped. As now getting swamped is his teammate, Jack Miller, up the inside. Zarco takes second, goes too wide. Miller gets the cutback. That's what Miller was practicing with straight line in the corner. He was working out how to come back and have a defence. But Zarco knows the attack. Into turn 13. That was a bit reckless from Zarco. It could have ended in an accident.
Bagnaia, I think, has a problem.
Yeah, Bagnaia's dropping back massively now as well. But look at this. Quartararo joining the fight. It's a three-way fight for second here in the Indonesian Grand Prix on lap 15 of 20.
So I wonder what's wrong with Bagnaia.
Oh, Zarco's wide, and Quartararo dies through on the inside of turn 16, and Quartararo takes onto the podium. Zarco's down to 4th, and Jack Miller is now going to be holding on for as long as possible. 5 laps to go here in Indonesia, and it all goes the way right now of Oliveira. Here comes Zarco, back on the inside of Quartararo into turn 1, late on the brakes. That Pramac so fast, but is he going to run it too deep? Yes, he is. Quartararo nearly takes Zarco off. Quartararo on the cutback completely caught Zarco by surprise. Zarco's had his leg up.
I don't know what to say. 75%.
Yeah, 75% of the race distance has now been completed. That's from race direction. Full points can now be allocated for this event, which means if they do have to red flag it, the full points can now be awarded. So the race effectively completed.
I think that's going to red it now.
No, if they have to red it, they will, though. They'll call it as a result. So if the red flag comes out now, the race is over. Because we've completed 75% distance, there will be no restart. Full points can now be allocated for this event. Look at this battle, though, for second. As there goes Quartararo passing Jack Miller, but he's got a bit too wide. Miller's trying to get the cut back on again. Miller now down to 3rd. Zarco's coming through. I thought nearly Zarco nearly dropped it as well on the deck. I thought there was going to be a problem there.
Bagnaia down again.
Yeah, Bagnaia down to 15th. Bastianini's gone through now as well. Quartararo stays 2nd. Miller and Zarco folding them in between each other again as they come into the braking zone. Down at turn 16. Binder where? Which one?
Brad
Binder is down to 11th, and where's Darren? Darren's 8th, Marini 9th, Aleix 10th. So where's Brad Binder and Paulo Spargo gone? They're together on the track. Looks like one of them has run each other wide.
Which one's older? I know Aleix is older, isn't he? By 2 years.
Aleix is 32. Paulo Spargo is 30. Darren Binder is on the mono. Darren Binder is 24. Brad Binder is 26. So Brad's the elder brother to Daryl. Marini down to 12th. Paulo Spargo is up to 11th.
Oh my God, it's Binder Espargaro.
This is why. Look at this. It's a 4-way breast battle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 riders riding together, and that's Bastianini dropping out wide.
It's Binder Espargaro.
Aha, love that. And how much is this going to be an accident waiting to happen?
Probably about 60%.
Zarco going on the inside of Miller for third. Not working out this time as well. Miller goes a bit too deep. Zarco comes back. Miller going to have to defend on the inside towards turn 11. But Zarco's got the corner. Zarco takes over at third with a mistake from Jack Miller that allowed it to happen. So the Aussie's off the podium. Aussie. Oh.
Marini and Marquez, they've just simultaneously got passed by Bastianini.
So they must have gone wide as well. They're racing that pack, aren't they? They're pack racing together, those lot.
Yeah.
From Darren Binder down to the back of Francesco Bagnaia as well. They're all pack racing together.
I think, yeah, from Aleix to what looks like Marini, they're all just in a little pack.
Yes, absolutely.
Paul passes
Binder, yeah, Brad Binder.
I'm just going to call them by the first names when they're together.
Quartararo has set the fastest lap of the race, a 1:38.749. We've started the recording, by the way, for the Formula 3 live timing. Sorry we couldn't bring you that race live, but we've brought you a classic of MotoGP instead. Megan.
Binder, Spargaro, Binder.
Oh, Binder's down to 12th. Bastianini's up to 11th. So they've changed over positions. And Pole now down to 11th. Bastianini up to 10th. Mia, fastest first sector, 27.592 as well. So they're closing the gaps together. It's getting exciting, isn't it, this one?
It is.
As they all come through, trying to find the pace, trying to find the advantage together, trying to just find the something.
Right, so that was a good lap then from Gardner.
Very good lap from Gardner. Very, very good lap.
If only he was first, you might get a point. If he could. I'm not really sure what to say because I'm very tired. And so is Joshua.
Don't look at Mia, 27.5, and that's Aleix Spargo up to 8th. Darren Binder down to 9th position, as you can see on the track.
When those four move, I just don't blink anymore.
Oh, what a big change there.
That was a shocking
Brad
change.
Binder to 11th, and that's changed the order. Franco Morbidelli has moved up as well. So Binder to 8th and Binder to 11th. Them two changing over positions.
Yep.
Megan's flying off. 3 laps to go. Yeah, apologies, we can't show you the Formula 3 race live. 2 laps to go here, and they've just started their formation lap, which means the lights will go out before we get a chance. So I'm sorry about that. If MotoGP had done the quick start procedure, we would have been able to show you the Formula 3 race live. I apologise for that.
But no, they had to go against that.
Aleix Spargo and Pol Espargaro have been passed by Brad Binder together as well in the last couple of corners. They're all going together. Oliveira's a 27.5 first sector. Aleix Spargo passes Brad Binder. So Aleix goes up to 10th. It's all getting very chaotic down there, isn't it, in the midfield? And this is why. It's literally pick a line and you'll probably get past as Bastianini goes through to take over from Darren Binder for 8th. Binder comes back on the inside line and Binder goes back through. Bastianini does a wheelie to try and hold it and he cuts him round the outside. Goes too deep though, hits the puddles and Darren Binder comes back through.
What? It's difficult to tell or say who's passing who because there's so many brothers in that section.
Oh, brilliant move from Bastianini. He slipstreamed through Darren Binder at the fastest part of the track, at the wettest part of the track. Now Binder's going to do it back as well on the inside line. But down on the brakes, Binder goes through, and now Bastianini drops back, and now he's got Aleix Spargo just behind him, and Brad Binder, and Pol Espargaro, and Alex Marquez, and Luca Marini. It's a sea of brothers all together. That's three abreast. That's not going to work. Aleix sends it up the inside. Bastianini gets mugged by Darren Binder and Aleix Spargo, and he's going to get mugged by Darren Binder now. Binder goes on the inside, and Bastianini has to back out of it. It's the last lap.
Did he just get mugged by the 2 older brothers?
Oh, massively.
Because the older brothers are ahead.
Unbelievable. It's the last lap, just as the Formula 3 goes lights
Darren,
out.
why are you moving down?
Yeah, it's the last lap. The lights have gone out in Bahrain for Formula 3's feature race. We're sorry we can't bring you that live. We'll bring you it live tomorrow in a watch-along replay. But the Formula 2 race will be live in a couple of hours' time. followed by the Formula 1 race as well. And it's all changing. Dan Binder to 9th, Aleix Espargaro down to 10th, Paul Espargaro 11th, and Abe Bastianini to 12th place as well. Trying to follow that can make you have an asthma attack.
It's already making me have a headache, just trying to remember which brother's which.
The 88th, though, Miguel Oliveira, first win in Styria 2020. Last win, Catalonia last year. It's going to be his 4th win in MotoGP. And again, another controlling drive.
Battle of the Brothers.
Yeah, Battle of the Brothers, that's what that is. That's what this race should be called as well. Battle of the Brothers. At the moment, as the lights have gone out, final sector the call.
Right, so it's been quite calm during the last few laps.
Here we go, Miguel Oliveira out of the last corner. We waited an hour and a half. We were treated to a quacker in Indonesia. It's Miguel Oliveira who wins the first race here in 25 years. Fabio Quartararo, I don't know if he's happy or annoyed to finish second. I presume happy. He gets his championship on a start-off. Johan Zarco is third. Miller fourth. Rins fifth. Mia sixth. Morbidelli seventh. And now we wait to see who's going to finish the eighth down, because Darren Binder and Aleix Espargaro are battling. Binder's out of the last corner. Aleix Espargaro's following through as well. As through goes Darren Binder. Brad Binder 8th, Aleix Espargaro 9th, Darren Binder 10th, Bastianini 11th, Paul Espargaro 12th, Alex Marquez is 13th, 14th Luca Marini, 15th for Pepe Bagnaia, 16th Vinales, 17th Juan Fernandez, Di Antonio 18th, Nakagami 19th, 20th Bezecchi, Gardner is 21st, and out of the race Martin and Dovizioso. Wow!
This was dramatic, certainly, and very tiring. Very, very tiring. So, good results, and it seems like the elder brothers triumphed, didn't they?
What a race. What a fantastic race. We understand there's a yellow flag out in the Formula 3, so don't know what's happened there.
Probably the person who's lowest.
Yeah, probably so. So, apologies, we can't bring you that race live. Not our fault, obviously. The fault of having to wait for MotoGP and having so many things together, but what a race. Miguel Oliveira wins for the 4th time. That was something else, wasn't it, Megan?
It certainly was. And Oliveira was just congratulated by Binder.
The lights have gone out and the safety cars come out, so that's always great news. I wonder why. As we come through, talk us to the championship quick, Megs.
Right, Bastianini is first with 30, Binder is second, that's Brad that is, with 28, Quartararo is third with 27, and Oliveira, I can't remember which pronunciation it is, with 25, is fourth.
Dramatic opening lap, it seems, as well, as they come through. The MotoGP lot are very happy with that. And now, Megan, the rain starts falling again. How lucky were they? You were right, they got it right in the window for the rain. Which is a great start as well as they come through. 23 laps to go then.
So how long are you going to need this for?
Until the end of the race now. Binder got mugged by his brother. The two brothers nudged each other. Brad went through by nudging out Darrell.
Just like...
Yeah, get out of the way. Kick to the side. Get out of the way.
Just like, do you remember that time you did this when we were kids? This is it.
Not bad as well at the moment as they come through. What a race. Another fantastic one here for MotoGP. Miguel Oliveira walking now back, well, cycling back in many respects as well. Synthel says, I've paused it so I can share my screen on Discord, maybe or not. Let me know. Oh, yes, my friend. Yes, my friend, absolutely. Apparently there's a fire in Moto 3 and then they might have to stop the race. So we might actually get back to live, mate, in that case. And if there's a safety car, we can watch your pictures again so we can even skip the safety car. Oh, there's a safety car now, actually. So, okay, I think we might do that then because the safety car might take a while. So we're going to leave MotoGP and we are going to go to Formula 3. We're going to delay and catch up. Let's run through. Miguel Oliveira is the winner. Fabio Quartararo second, and Johan Zarco finishes this race in 3rd place. My thanks to you all at home for your company. We're going to go now straight away to go to the Formula 3. My thanks to you all. What a great race. We had to really wait for it. My thanks to you all at home. Crossover now for Formula 3. Bye to you all.